Good evening. You all know why we're here, right? Here we go.
Something I don't understand.
Some people have to destroy me. They die.
Save me. Oh God. Shit. What? Just in time. Nice wee warm-up session there.
Hello and welcome to Ocean Chief Racing.
We're just gonna jump right into a race with half a lap warm-up. Well, we're gonna do qualifying first, but usually it takes a race to warm up, so I might start from the pits just to save everybody else from carnage. See how I feel in qualifying. Yeah, I'm doing my part. I am doing my part. I might just go out for a minute. There's only a minute left. Here, Neff, what do you think of this music? Yeah? This is more to your taste than it, yeah? Bit of Megadeth. I have a feeling you're gonna love them. Disgusting. You know, the weird thing is, the lead singer is called Dave Mustaine. So it kind of looks like Dave Disgusting. No, it doesn't really work. We'll edit that out. Oh my god, my throat. It can't take much more, man. How can you not like this? Like, this guitar playing is amazing. It's going for a Sunday drive. I actually want to see if I can up my graphics a bit. 'Cause there's some weird shit going on with the weather, the lighting. It's like, one minute it'll be dark and then this like weird white texture kind of comes over. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that. Number 18, that's still too much. Okay, so graphics, let's have a look. Graphics. Sky clouds, medium, let's go high. Cars, high. Pit objects. Everything's pretty high. Hello? I heard someone there. Hey! Shoe driver arms, 2 pass trees, what? Limited to 84. I don't know if that's weird. I'm not gonna mess with it because I don't really know shit about this. Who is in this session? Blah 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 blah. Only 18? Okay. I think these guys might be split 4, maybe? Yeah. There's that option there, like graphics. Show driver arms, show steering wheel, or hide steering wheel. But I don't know, I prefer with the arms. It looks weird otherwise. Like, I have done it without the arms. It's, yeah, it's alright. Like, look, you can see my wee hands, look. My wee gloves I bought. Oh yeah, you might want to the LMP. You might want to like look into changing your positioning, your field of view, because I've seen like a lot of different ones, and I was having the same problem with the LMP one. But you can like really fuck with the FOV and like your seat positioning and a lot of different stuff. So you're almost like right at the front of the windscreen and you get a wider view. But I would look into that, yeah. Like check out some YouTuber and find one you like. You know, his LMP1 setup, and hopefully he shares it, or you can just try and match it manually. I didn't really like the LMP ones, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, they're cool cars, they're really super fast, but like the braking, like it's just insane. Like the braking, like it can almost turn on a dime. I don't know why I use the dime. I'm not American, but you know what I mean. Just taking it nice and slow for this lap, and then we'll crank it up a bit for this lap coming, and then the final lap will be we'll give it our all and probably die. Oh my god, the brakes are not fucking warmed up at all. Probably should turn the music off for this one. Too early on the brakes there, but might have saved it. Might have saved it alright. Whoa, hey, bye. Tires are not fully warmed up, but that was nice. Not quite as nice, but alright, yeah, alright. Nice. This could be a 55. What? What? Surely not. This will be the one that decides it. Whoa. Hey! There we go, lads. Lost a shit ton of time in the last corner, which is kind of surprising, to be honest with you. The tires should be a bit better traction mark. 57, right? Yeah, flat 57. Aye, that's much better. Yeah, boy. Come on, boys. Jesus. Screwed up a lot of speed there. I'll take it off the throttle. This corner fucks me every time, dude. Don't lose it, don't lose it. Ay, ay, ay. This corner area should make up a lot of time, hopefully. Dutch pride. Hey, Hammerman. Get in there, my boys. Look at the time again, all the time. Hey, where's that time going? You son of a bitch! You lied to me! It's still fucking way off pace, though. Yeah. 56.4, I'll take it. P7, currently. Right in the middle of the field.
Dutch pride!
It just happened to fall on skippies this week, so yeah, I guess. I've done this track before in skippies, but getting way more confident on it. It's an interesting track. The first part of it's quite twisty and I would say be difficult for F1 cars to overtake, let alone skippies. As you're about to see, there'll be a lot of death and destruction. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I should really, yeah, right. It's time to go to work, lads. Jesus, my fruit. I think it's time for a smoke, motherfucker. Look at that guy there. So someone asked how much fuel you need for a race, and some guy said 11.8, like 10 minutes ago, and then just there now, someone says 11.8. Like, did he really need to say it again? Yeah, I've got a cup of tea here. It should quench the thirst. But yeah, I hate that when you know, like, someone asks a question and you answer, and then like 2 minutes later, someone else gives the same answer you did, and you're like, did you already? Yes, well, very civilized. Holy shit! I am gonna start from the pitch, you know. I am actually. I know. You probably think, why? You're P7. But yeah, trust me. Good luck, lads. I'm starting from the pits. 'Cause I'm a noob. P1, lads. I'm actually ahead of the field right here. See you later, mother lover. I drink my tea as I watch the start of the race. And it's tally-ho. And away we go. Let's go, boys. So many people die on the first lap. I'll be there to pick up the pieces, hopefully not crash into them. Already see some smoke. Oh, my mom, turn the bastard. Not that much. Okay, there we go. Hey. Yes, jolly good, old chap. Say it's rather spiffing weather today. Victor says, thanks. Was that a sarcastic thanks? Me thanks, yes. We're about to find out. There's someone lying around here, dead. Yep. Oh, whoa.
Come on, man.
Whoa. Oh my. Fucking wheel. It just disappeared the last second. Wow. Death everywhere. Everywhere. Death.
Hope you go, mate.
Terry McGrifer. Imagine you start from the pits and you win. It's happening, lads. You're about to witness greatness. I actually literally thought I was gonna just crush her. Pulse left. Someone's got damage. I dare say these cars appear on... not talented enough to read during corners. They do seem to have malfunctioned. I wonder what happened.
We will get to the bottom of this once we have a drink of our tea and a spliffing good spiffing.
Okay, brick. And more brick.
And fraud hole.
Man, Hammer, where have you been, man? Where have you been? Missed you, dude.
I missed you, man.
So what do I got? 4.7 ahead. 5.7 behind.
Huh, he, ho, ha, he, hoo, yeah.
Too busy with work? What? What's work? Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, tell me about it. I fell asleep on my desk today. That makes it sound like I just kind of fell asleep at my desk today, which is what I said, but actually, I put like my coat down on the desk and just put my head down, and I think I had like half an hour sleep. Hey! Oh man, you love his skippies, don't you? You love them, you gotta love them. 4.3 ahead, we're making big gains.
Huge gains. Massive gains. Gains like you've never seen before.
Yeah, I'm very tired, man, so I'll probably be talking a lot of bollocks in this stream. What I got, 4.3 ahead. We're building the gap behind, boys. P19, come on, P13. And we're making huge gains. Oh my god, oh my god. I would love if you could have Trump as your race engineer. That'd be epic.
We're making huge gains.
China. Nah, it actually pissed me off after a while. It would be kind of funny though. China. I can't do it the way he does it, but it's like, what the fuck, man? China. There's a video online where he's just like saying it constantly, and it's the funniest shit ever. Oh, fucking hell. That's broke real hard for that corner. You don't really need to brake for that corner. Oh, there's some shit going on.
China.
Hey, there it is. China. Oh man, him as a race engineer, come on, that would be wonderful for about a day. And then it would be...
Gonna make turning left great again.
Yes, yes. Oh man, you could probably make a shit ton of money just by creating that app, you know what I mean? Like, it'll just be a novelty thing that people like download once and destroy after a day or two. Oh! Someone's off ahead. So got what? I got P12 now.
We have the best cars, we do.
Made in America.
Oh shit, I'm drinking tea and I'm supposed to gear up. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you're working a lot recently, yeah?
Yeah, it's just I've been traveling to work again. I had been working from home for almost two and a half months. But recently I've been going to the office again, and it's a mess. It's really draining. So like I get home in the evening and yeah, I just don't have the energy to do anything.
Yeah, I was knackered yesterday or today. Actually, all week I've just been knackered.
Yeah, me too.
But I think it's because like whenever I do go to bed, I just can't sleep for some reason. I'm just like wide awake. I think it's because I've just been grinding the skippies and I'm like at full adrenaline mode. Just fucking clenched teeth, like.
Yeah, I could have used this time to race something else, but yeah, I've just been doing nothing. I'm waiting for a fun 2020.
Yeah, have you got it ordered? No, yeah.
Yeah, the Schumacher edition.
Yeah, I haven't ordered it
Played a
yet.
bit early.
Oh, you played a bit already? Did you say?
No. So I can.
Oh, you get it early, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking the beta. Like, I was a bit annoyed about that because like I wrote this big, massive, like pleading speech to them. I was like, I'm a league admin and I can offer you like so much feedback, and like someone else fucking writes Gib, and they get it.
That's it.
Yeah, they get it, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah, the league owner from COR and one of the moderators also got the game in
Oh,
beta.
nice. I wish I had got it, because, no, you know, like, I probably wouldn't be doing much testing on it. I'd just be playing it a lot and trying to get a head start on everyone else. Because, let's face it, like, I fucking need it, you know, more than, like, Danny Koo gets the beta. Astro Boys.
Yeah, the thing with that is, though, they do change the handling model a bit after between the betas, so I don't think. Yeah, I mean it might be an advantage, especially on the newer tracks, but I don't think it's that big.
Yeah. How'd you know? I thought I saw a stream from you recently, USA or something. Or?
Yes, you are. Yeah, I've been. I don't know if you know, but I was in Tier 1 and COR this season. And yeah, that's really too fast actually. But I've still been finishing in the points like half of the races. So, but those guys are so fast.
Like, who's the fastest guys in that league?
Well, probably Luigi, but he isn't racing much. He only did like 4 races, I think. And then there's Absent, who's really fast. And then there's this guy, Dane the Dangerous. Well, it sounds dangerous, but he's really just extremely fast. You might know Cubson.
Yep.
Because he builds an SLR. I think he's second in the championship. He's also really doing well. Then there's a guy called Revolution who's been our champion last season in Tier 1. So there's a lot of top guys really close to each other. And then there's like a middle pack, and then there's me and some other guy who are usually fighting for P10 or like P13 or P15.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I'm just not quick enough there. But there's still Brazil to go, so that's one last race.
Yeah, your moment to shine.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for my new steering rim for because now I have the F1 eSports rim, and I'm waiting for the Formula V2.
Nice. Any idea when it's coming then?
Yeah, it should be. I mean, first it said available on the 10th of July, so I thought, shit, then I have to wait a bit. But now it suddenly changed to available 29th of June.
Hey.
And yeah, so I expect it like next week, but my order status hasn't changed yet, so I asked Fnatic, but I haven't received an answer yet. I think they're pretty busy.
Yeah.
Apparently there's been a real run on sim racing gear in this period.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it's like bicycles.
It's crazy. Like, have you seen the prices for like even a basic wheel right now, like the T150 or
Much.
the G29?
Much.
They're already, in the Netherlands, they're already asking like 50 euros more than what it used to be.
Jeez. I already think they're pretty fucking expensive as it is, like 150 pound for a bit of plastic and what, a motor or something?
Yeah, and especially the pedals on those budget wheels are, at least in my experience, not that great. I'd even go as far as argue that a pad, at least as far as throttle and brake goes, would be better than cheap pedals.
Yeah, yeah. Because the pedals, like on a pad, you get the feedback, don't you?
The feedback, yeah, that's why.
Although someone told me recently they bought like vibrators for their pedals. I was like, what? Are you
What?
are you taking the piss? And they were like, they were being serious. It was Dead
Okay.
Pixel.
Nice. Oh, that's also another thing. Do you remember the Pixel who was my teammate in SLR?
Yeah.
Yeah, he he was in our CRR tier 2 because he kind of sandbagged the time trial.
Oh no
So he
way.
got and then he managed to get a double qualifying ban. So that's a qualifying ban for 2 races. And then he says where you can appeal, but we don't have an appeal in our system. I mean,
Yeah.
if you read the league rules, that's clear. And then he just left the server.
Oh fuck. What's with him anyway? Well, like, cause even in SLR he was like a bit problematic with the penalty points.
I don't know. He's a bit. I think he's too gamey, so to speak. Like he sees it not as like. Well, he does see it as racing, but also like, where can I gain an advantage?
Yeah.
So there's not really the you
Like-
know, the sportsmanship sense which
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't really have.
Cause there was one we were looking at this penalty. It was like he was under safety car and he kept like going ahead of the guy and then behind the guy, ahead of the guy, and it turned out it was some kind of glitch where you can actually overtake
Yeah.
someone by doing that.
Yeah. He's. There
And,
was
like-
also something with the virtual safety car the same, and he was talking because he was in a voice chat with me, and he kept saying like, yeah, I hope I can get the glitch so I can overtake this guy. And I was like, you really shouldn't.
Yeah,
but
I don't
the
get
game
that.
allows
yeah.
it, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's not. The game allows it, yeah, because it's bugged, but you shouldn't really.
Yeah, it seems like common sense,
Uh,
but he's like, nah.
So that's why
I
I
don't
said
get it.
he's a bit gamey.
Because anytime I talk to him in chat, he's like fine, but then I just see him on track doing all this crazy shit. I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's his problem then.
I'm actually in P10 right now,
Yeah, I was just about to say, I was just looking where you are.
but I am catching these guys. I
It's a familiar position.
think. Yeah, I'm getting this guy. This guy's all over the show.
Yeah, I actually had an iRacing subscription for a year, but then I only played the game for like an hour or two.
What did you do? Like Global Master or something?
I think I did IndyCar mostly.
Oh, okay. No, these skippies, man, I love them. They're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, every time I see like you driving or some other guys I'm following, I'm kind of like, I should get a subscription again. But then you really need to like be sure you're actually investing time into it.
Yeah, and then like for for this season, you need to buy a Skippy car, and then you need to buy like I think it's like 10 or 11 tracks,
Yeah, that's usually the case.
and that's like $15 each. Adds up, like.
Yeah, I know. But it's not like I'm worried about the investment, but I'm more worried about me investing and then not playing.
Yeah. I say, because once F1 comes out again, I'm not going to be able to play this as much.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I'm also, like, next season, I was racing CRR, DMR, and SLR. But I'm skipping DMR because, like, table tennis started up again.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because we couldn't play because of Corona, now we can. So yeah, that's gonna cut drastically at any time I have to practice.
Oh, when you said table tennis, I thought you meant like ping pong racing, but you mean actual table tennis.
Actual table tennis, yeah.
I remember you told me that before. I was like,
Yeah.
really, you're into? I suppose that'd be good for reaction times and stuff.
Yeah, it is. And I really need to practice because I haven't touched anything in 3 months. And competition is starting again in also 2 or 3 months in September. So normally in the summer we have a break period of 3 months, and I'll be using the break period to actually train again. It's crazy. So that's why I decided to at least drop one league, because yeah, doesn't make sense to. Then I only have time to race if I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I'm actually looking forward to racing the new tracks like Zandvoort and
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Although I'm not sure if I'm gonna like Vietnam.
Yeah, it looks scary and a bit boring.
To me, it looks like a bit Baku and Russia. You're definitely catching them, by the way.
Yeah, I'm in their slipstream, so it's it. In this here series, it's like it's really hard to pass two cars if there's too close together.
Yeah,
It's,
because he has the slipstream of the other guy.
yeah, so even if you get past one guy, it's like they get that other guy ahead, and you're like, fuck. And then they just end up getting you the next lap in slipstream.
Yeah, so you need to really pull away immediately. And it's also, I know Zandvoort is not easy to pass. I
Yeah.
did race like well, not a new layout, but
Do you know if this is the old layout or new? I'm assuming it's
I'm
the
not
old.
sure. It doesn't. I mean, the new layout has an extreme banking. This one doesn't really have that. I think. I mean, the last corner should be like an extremely banked one. I don't really pay too much attention.
This guy here is fucking making me nervous.
He's weaving a bit.
See this fucking chicane.
Yeah.
I know my stream's a bit delayed, but this chicane coming up is crazy. I don't know how the fuck it's gonna go in F1.
Well, from what I've heard, the handling of the cars are a lot more planted.
Yeah, I know that sounded good.
Also, yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. And also, it doesn't spin as easily on curbs anymore.
Yeah, I know I've heard
me,
some
that's
really good
good.
things. Yeah.
For me, that is good because my main problem is I really like to not cut the track, but like to attack the curves. And on every time I do that in F1 2019, I just end up losing time because of that.
Yeah.
Because on some circuits you're not supposed to do this. It don't take so much curve, and I'm like, yeah, but for me that's like the instinctive thing to do, to take the curve. Whoa.
I've got a run on this guy, but it's on this fucking twisty straight.
Yeah, I'm a bit behind, and I see just those two guys fighting each other.
I'm definitely faster than him, but not where it counts, unfortunately.
One guy has a cool livery, though, the one with the
Yeah, like,
lightning shots or something.
yeah. Hey, might have a run. Oh, it is nice, I know. I saw a Black Lives Matter livery the other day in iRacing, on a SpaceX one as well. Oh shit, there's someone behind me as well. Shit. It's all falling apart.
Yeah, I think we have some CUR liveries. If I ever end up doing this again. Maybe we should just make a fun one.
Yeah, I want to make one out of like this entirely out of nipples. You know, like just loads of nipples. So like whenever you're driving against me, you're like, what is that fucking nipples? And then by the time you have that thought, you're dead because you just outbroke yourself or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of into that the 80s synthwave style. I
Yeah.
would like to make a livery out of that, like those neat, this fluorescent colors.
Yeah.
If you can just like the first page you get what?
Oh, there's someone off.
Oh, and there's another. Yeah, there's also. I didn't even notice until now. Like, there's also like a car behind you as well. So it's like a 4-car train.
Yeah, he's very close. Oh fuck! Look at this guy. He's like right there. Aye. Oh, he wasn't giving me room there at all. Little shit. Let's put pressure on him.
So the number 6 guy,
Yeah.
Brian.
Brian Langhur. Langhur.
Longhol. That means, I don't think it's a Dutch guy, but if it would be Dutch, it would mean tall. Tall horse. Something you say like, well, literally, horror means hearing, but
Like over here, horror means like slut.
yeah, horror.
He's a long whore.
He's a
Jeez.
long whore. He's a tall whore. Oh, that's another thing that opened again on the 1st of July in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Prostitute.
Oh, great. Ka-ching.
Yeah.
That's why you're off, man. You haven't been on
And
that?
not even, what is it? We have like 1.5 meter distance, but that doesn't account for. You're just allowed to do everything apparently.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, I'm off on the weekend. No.
That's why you're back to work. You're just
Yeah.
getting the money in.
That's why I'm so tired. No. Man, I must imagine it must be hard for those girls. I mean, after 3 months, all those guys coming back.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think your first sentence there kind of, it says it all, yeah. Kind of hard for those guys.
Yeah.
What a way to make a living, like.
Yeah. If YouTube now bans your stream for being unfamily friendly, that's entirely on me.
Nah, I just can't get past this fucker.
Yeah.
I'm right on a shook. Maybe go for the inside
He's
here.
not even riding that good into the corners, but he's just not.
Yeah, he's just like placing his
Finding
car
it, yeah.
or making it as
Yeah,
wide as
defending
possible.
well.
Oh, he fucking. Oh no. Oh shit.
Did you crash?
I went off track there because like mid corner, he fucking twitches.
Alright.
And he just kind of went slow. I was going to go into the back of him. Oh, and he's off.
Yeah,
No,
I see.
no, he's not. He near died at the chicane there.
Hey, Ice.
Hey, Iceman, man.
Oh, nice.
We gotta get this guy. P9 now, because like, mistake I made. Oh, this is the last lap, I didn't realize. So P9, yeah.
White flag.
We better get admin prio for Alfa Romeo.
Of course, man. Of course.
Is there even an idea how you're gonna do signups for next season, or just taking the existing drivers and then?
Well, I think that's what mostly been done. Somebody should have
Yeah.
PSU as well.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we basically looked at who's driven, and then we put people into tiers that we admins thought was fair.
So how many do we have now? 4 tiers?
Yeah,
Or-
but it's I think tier 3 is a bit of a like have to throw some people around to get everything filled. But 4 tiers I think is the goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good race anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I started from the pits, so it was P8's alright, or P9 I guess.
You're probably a bit faster than those 2 guys ahead, but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just didn't want to risk trying to get past him. I think that guy was being a wee bit too kind of defensive for his own good.
Zandvoort is just not really easy to.
But like, look at that, I got held in the pits for what? Because I did a pit start, I think I was held for 20 seconds, and I was 21 seconds behind the leader. I shouldn't have fucking... Should have just started on the grid.
Why didn't you?
It was my first race, and I had no, I didn't do any laps beforehand, so I just thought I'll use this race as a warm-up. I didn't want to risk anybody's life. Because it was, I think, a qualifier.
Oh,
you
but
got the
that's the
YouTube
lap.
Ocean Chief on the side. Oh, nice. I haven't
No,
seen
that's
the
actually
video
qualifying
yet.
it.
Yeah, that's
Didn't see the
quality.
complete one. And the dog.
Yeah, there's a dog.
And the logo.
There's a dog on each side. Yeah.
Is it Moomin on the car?
Yeah, women and Mish. And on one of my streams recently, I was like, I think it was like P5, and at the start of the race, and one of the dogs started licking my foot, and next thing, they rested their head behind the pedal, between the pedal and the walls. So every time I put the throttle down, I could feel her face getting crushed. But she was just lying there. And I was like, I was only able to go 90% on the throttle. I was like, fuck, get out of there, you bastard.
I have had some races where I had to chase away the cat because he would sit in front of my screen.
Yeah, they just wait
And I
until
see,
like...
half screen, and he always sits like in the middle, so I don't see my steering input and the MFD and such. It's just like, go away.
Yeah, they seem to know when, you know, when to strike. And then they're just like... Because I had one race, F1 race, like halfway through, and the Moomin just sat there right beside me and just barked at me for no reason. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they will sleep before and after the race, and then
Yeah,
during the race will
yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
hello, I want attention. Yeah, cats are the same.
Although one
I
time...
wonder if like,
Be right back.
yeah, I wonder if like in the new F1 game, like those custom liveries for custom team, if it's just the same as the multiplayer thing, with where you can only change the color. I wish you could like create own liveries like in iRacing.
Yeah, that'd be epic, wouldn't it? I think you can put... You can, like, put sponsors on, can you? The F1 My Team car, I think.
Yeah, sponsors, yeah. But it's not like the same. I mean, if you can put your own image on it.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be epic, so...
Of
Actually,
course they do.
you know the
mod-
Nations Cup we ran? I thought that was really fucking epic, you know, with the liveries. Like a lot...
Yeah, that looked cool. You did that with the colors thing, right?
It was Joel and Pretorius did it all. I just,
Did they do like custom stuff?
yeah, they worked it
you can
out.
mod it a bit. Yeah.
They worked out all the
Like it
cars and then just give them to the guys to do, you know, to create them. And
Okay.
I thought that was
Yeah,
really
you can
cool.
mod some graphic stuff in the game, like they also did for the sponsors in one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, when we did that,
Tier
yeah.
4 or something. Yeah.
I was worried that it would just get yoinked. You know, it just get fucking what do you call it, VAC ban or something. anti-cheat.
Also look back on those two tier 4 races with the guest driver. I actually did pretty well as guest driver compared to most.
Yeah, what were you, like P5 or something?
P5 or P6 in like the half wet, half dry race.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was P7, I think, man. Jewel didn't finish. Pretorius came P1. I think Iceland was P2.
P2, yeah.
Who else did we do it with?
Larson, he was also like P6 or something.
Oh, yeah.
He also
Oh,
did pretty
Vinny as
okay.
well, Vinny, yeah. I think Vinny didn't do too good though.
Like I have nothing against Vinny, but he crashed me out like 4 times this season in tier 2, or crashed me out like at least spun me out.
See, Vinny to me is like one of those guys that he probably at one time was like really clean, and then he was like, he got hit that many times that he was like, right, I'm just gonna be like them.
I don't generally think he means bad, but he's like impatient to me. Like I have I mean, as a slower driver, when I see a faster driver coming, I usually don't want to let him pass where I lose a lot of time, like a twisty section, and then I want to let him pass on a straight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then I kind of ride my own lines the rest of the circuit and position my car that they can pass. And whenever I did that with Vinny, he usually ended up taking up my rear. So yeah, that's why I said he's a bit impatient. Like, you know, there's like a straight 2 corners further up the road. And then with Pixel, I think he just was fed up. Like that last incident.
Yeah. I think
Did he leave on his own accord or don't?
yeah, he just left, yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy about it. About the he didn't think Pixel should have been in that race for a start, and I was like, why does it matter? Because you fucking took him out. Like, I mean, there's no.
Yeah, I mean, if you know
Justify it?
he was already at the like the reserve part because of the penalty points, so why? I mean, it was the last race of the season as well, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, bit of a shame. Oh,
But,
well.
but he was in the FIA as well, and he's fucking killing people on track. I was like, no, 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 no.
Yeah. Oh, well. More sand, more Ford. Kill nature at Zandvoort.
What?
It's just a thing like in the Netherlands, like the environmentalists.
Yeah.
Do I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, environmentalist. Yeah.
Yeah. They were really against the return of F1 to Zandvoort. Because it's also like in the middle of some. Yeah, it's like close to the dunes, and there's like a lot of protected life there, and they don't want the whole F1 circus there. To be honest, I never thought they would actually return to the track in F1.
Yeah, it seems an unusual choice.
The only reason they pulled it off is because the popularity of Verstappen, and they saw the crowds at Austria and Belgium and Germany, like all the Dutch people there. So I think it's just a money thing. Because if you would go circuits in the Netherlands, you would do better if you took Assen and just changed some parts of the track to make it more F1 suitable, but then it would be a better location and track for F1 than Zandvoort. did you read that they also might go to Mugello this season?
Really?
Yeah, they're thinking about it.
That could be, I think, yeah.
I mean, Ferrari are all for it.
Of course. Yeah, this season's gonna be pretty interesting. I think.
Yeah, what do you think? Are they even going to race outside Europe?
I don't know. USA, definitely no.
Nah. Yeah.
Maybe not China either.
I don't think Brazil is gonna happen, unfortunately. I don't remember. Is Baku on the? No, it isn't. No, Baku was cancelled.
What is on the calendar so far?
2 times Austria, 2 times Silverstone, Hungary, France, Italy, so Monza, and I'm forgetting one, Belgium.
Oh, nice. And they're still gonna add some more as well, aren't they?
And they might, yeah. Then they're gonna review the situation when they're close to the final races to see if they can race in other continents, and then they're either gonna do that or maybe gonna look at alternatives in Europe, like, well, they could do Portugal or what's it called in Spain? Valencia, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, Valencia, I don't like that track at all.
Did I mention Spain? Maybe it's Spain instead of Belgium. I think it's. Yeah, I don't recall. There's at least 8 races. That's the minimum for a championship. The way I see it, if they keep the calendar as it is now and don't add too much, Red Bull has a really good chance. Oh, that's a bit
Close. Yeah, it'd be good to see Max win it, yeah.
because yeah, 2 times Austria.
That win at Austria last season was... Well, it was last season, wasn't it?
Crazy. Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing.
He started so bad, and I thought, oh, he's thrown the race.
Like, home Grand Prix, excellent. Fucking crowds were like pure orange.
Yeah. But also after the pit stop, they were just so much faster than the rest.
It must feel good when you're in that kind of situation. You're just like, oh yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I know. I was in this league, ASN, and they did the Real Performance Championship. And
Right.
they fucking put me in a fucking racing point. Like, what the fuck? I was like, give me the fucking Merc, motherfucker.
So now you
I earned it.
Like Lance Stroll. Like you're not on the fastest car, actually on the fast.
I was like, give me the Merc, motherfucker. I earned the fucking Merc. It takes effort to be this slow, you know?
The thing is, what I also noticed in COR, like, they're on like one of the slowest qualifiers, but then in race, there's always like 2 or 3 guys that are actually slower than me, or at least less consistent, and then there's always like 2 or 3 crash out, and then you're in the points. So
Yeah.
it's not that bad to be at least consistent and not.
I know, it's a weird thing though, like, say, like, if I get a P10 in Tier 1, it's usually because, like, a lot of people have incidents, and then you start going like, well, like, does that mean I'm better than them? I'm not, like, like, I didn't earn that by being faster than them. I was just, like, just because I didn't crash. It's like, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be, like, the guy that's, like, fucking...
That's true. And then I also have this thing I shouldn't really be doing, but then I look at my race in COR Tier 1, and then I look at the times Tier 2 did, and I'm like, damn it, I should have just not try hard in those, because we have that time trial system in COR for finding pace.
And then there's always people who stand back.
Yeah, and then I was like, maybe I should have sandbagged because, like last season, I won 2 races in Tier 2, and I think this season, if I was still Tier 2, I would have had a really good chance at the championship. Because, like for instance, on Britain, in Tier 1, I know I'm gonna qualify last, so I only qualified on mediums, and I did like a 27.8, and then in Tier 2, 27.0 was the pole position on softs. I would have been like top 5 on mediums. Like shit. And like in Tier 1 I'm just like 1.5 or around that time slower than the fastest guy, so I'm like nowhere near.
JC says he thinks Merck is going to destroy everybody in Austria this time.
I don't think so.
Kinda thinking they're gonna destroy everybody anyway.
Yeah,
I
probably.
just don't really see any other.
I don't know, I'm really not sure. Red Bull was
I
a
don't know,
lot,
but at least based on winter testing, they're like
but in winter testing
they were faster than anybody else on the harder tires.
No, not true actually. Verstappen didn't. Red Bull didn't use the softest tire in a speed run, and Mercedes did. And secondly,
And they didn't even set a time with that, did they?
no, because Verstappen was purple in the first 2 sectors, and then lifted off like tremendously. Like they all do that, but he really like almost braked on the last straight.
I will be happy to
really
see that,
close.
but I am really dubious that anybody could even possibly do anything about Merckx.
And they had some reliability issues with the engine.
I think that's just
And-
bullshit, but we'll see.
The main engine guy left Mercedes, so they now have a
Well,
new.
I mean I love your optimism, but I am a fucking cynical guy, so I just don't think that anybody is gonna be able to do anything about Merckx until they actually change the rules and stuff.
I am pretty
Because
sure.
they've been so fucking dominant.
I am pretty sure Ferrari is going to be bad. Unfortunately,
Yeah, but that's not really much news, is it?
and I think Red Bull is going to be close. And on
Hopefully.
something better, but I'm not sure if they're gonna be good enough the entire season. Like,
Because I just think that last season it was, well, yeah, okay, some races they kind of almost think that they fucking slow down just so somebody else can win one race, but 'cause if you watched like Spain last season, for example,
yeah, I know, but that's also their
after the
favorite
safety
track.
car came in, they were fucking 3 seconds a lap faster than anybody
Yeah, I
else.
know. But then again, on some tracks they were significantly, especially the second half of the season, they were slower. They were actually slower than either Red Bull or Ferrari, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the track as well.
Like the beginning
They
with
were,
Austria,
they were
with
like,
Mark-
for
yeah.
example, Abu Dhabi, nobody was even close. Once.
No, I know, that's also a real nerd track. But like for instance in some tracks they were also pretty slow. Especially when it's hot. So it'll be interesting. to
Well,
see
we
what
live in
goes
hope.
on.
But I'm
Yeah.
not too hopeful about it anyway.
Yeah, but they did win like the last 6 championships, so it wouldn't be a
Yeah.
surprise if they if they win again. Last season I was really sure for especially in the beginning that Ferrari would be better, and they weren't. So yeah, like everybody after winter testing was, oh, Ferrari is so fast, and then Merck destroyed everybody in Australia. What was the car doing there?
Chilling.
Chilling in the middle of the track.
JC says something to you, neighbor. I can't read it right now.
Yeah, I read it. Like that Merck upgraded their reliability on the engine, but yeah, of course they say that after winter testing. I still have to see it. Especially because the last 2 seasons they had a lot of trouble with overheating in Austria when it was hot, and even in what was it again? I think it was not Brazil. It was okay there. Mexico. They also had trouble last 2 or 3 seasons.
The Honda engine seems to work well on the high altitude trucks.
Yeah, and they also did a big upgrade because in Japan they could keep working during Corona time, and the FIA did make a rule like you cannot work on something, but you could also move the time off to a different part of the season. So what Honda did is they did a big upgrade now, and they keep the time off for something near the end of the season when they're not gonna upgrade the engine anyway. So they did that pretty smart. I think they said they gained 30 brake horsepower between testing and now. But yeah, we still have to see anyway. It could be that we just see free practice tomorrow and Merc are 1-2 and there's nobody near.
They weren't so dominant in free practice last season, but in quality they just blew everybody off the table.
Yeah, but not on every track, that's the thing. Like not in Austria, not in some other tracks in the second half of the season. They also always seem to do well, like in the first 4 or 5 races, like Australia and China. And what's at the beginning of the season?
Not quite as hot in Austria this year though.
No, they're having thunderstorms or something now.
Really?
It would be cool. Like imagine a full lap race.
Wider cars and the bigger tires.
Well, I think it's because the F1 drivers actually drove the game in the with the virtual Grand Prix. Because what we've been saying for years that they don't take seriously, but when an F1 driver says they're like, oh, maybe we should actually improve our game.
China. You take China. I love them. China. I have to have my China.
I have to have my China.
the guy just actually bought like the main corona medicine stock for the whole.
I heard that
world.
Redivisor or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good old
remember-
USA.
America first, remember?
Yeah, they're gonna sell it back to us for fucking shit ton.
Yeah, probably. It already cost a shit ton, you know. It's like 2.5k a patient or something.
Jesus Christ.
It's not cheap medicine.
Basically, I'm gonna die if I get it done.
You are?
There's a guy in my work, and he like, no matter what Trump says or does, he defends it.
Oh yeah, I know. I have family in the USA. There, half of them are, a lot of them are also like that.
I just can't get my head around it. Like no matter what he says.
Look at things. So I did ask them, but they look at things so differently, like from a completely different perspective. That from one side you do kind of get their point, but from the other side, then you hear Trump talking, and yeah, but how can you support
Yeah,
somebody?
a
But they
buffoon.
see past that, like they don't.
It's so weird.
They're really stuck in that Republican / Democrat system.
Yeah, and that's
And
what
it's
my
not-
when they
also-
first of all chose Trump to be the president in the first place. Whenever it was like my friend from America, and I was like, I asked her that why and how is that like possible?
How is it possible?
Well, she kind of told me that I think what like the Europeans don't realize so much is that how much many of the Americans like dislike Clinton, for example, the Clinton family.
Yeah, I know.
So it's very divided.
And what we also I think forget is that it's also happening in Europe now, I noticed lately, but in America that's been going on forever. They have really segregated news. So like on one side you have the
Some of
CNN, which
those
is
news
really
programs are
Democrat.
so unbelievable.
and Fox is like completely the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And because people agree with either one side or another side, they only watch that kind of news and they don't believe the other side. So they never have a
Some
objective
of those
view of something.
news that they post is just fucking like you'd get fucking laughed out of the office if you
Yeah.
posted news like that here.
Yeah. And still with like Facebook news and stuff, we're going the same way lately.
Yeah.
Oh well. Politics. China!
I mean, I think Finland also a little bit affected by that. Like you get news that it's very sort of one-sided.
I wonder, does Finland also has the whole racism discussion going on?
Not to that extent, I don't think so. I mean,
Really? Yeah, maybe.
No, I mean, I get it. It's an important discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but it. Would I go out on a
protest.
march for that?
Yeah.
I just don't see what that's gonna. I don't know. I'm saying this live on stream, I guess, but
Yeah, you better watch
but
out.
it's, I mean, I don't see what that would. I think it's not my place.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you
And I
mean.
have for me personally, race has never ever
Played a role.
Sort of,
Yeah, I know
it's not a thing for me. Because I've been raised like that. I've had friends that are black or Asian or whatever,
Yeah.
like since I was very small, and my parents have always been very tolerant of everybody.
I mean,
That's what I was sort of raised as well. Like I mean, you have to accept people as they are.
I mean, here in my childhood, you had like public schools and you had private schools and you have Catholic schools and stuff. And I also always went to a public school where like there were a lot of, I wouldn't say immigrants because the kids were born here, but like their parents were, and they were usually from like Morocco or Turkey, but I never saw it like that way. They were just
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had classmates who were from Cambodia and Iraq or Iran. I'm not even sure actually.
yeah.
Which one it was, but I never even thought about it that way. It's just they were just classmates.
But then again, I'm like, I do see where they're coming from because when I look around at like my office,
Sure.
like 90% of the staff in the higher levels are like white males.
It's
No,
also
not true. We also have a lot of females, but it's all white, and there's like nobody from. It's like not even a lightly colored person. It's just like really, really white. I'm like, we really have the whitest office around. It's like,
you don't really.
and then I do wonder, sort of like, what's going on? How is it possible that?
It's not actually like that many
It's not prepared.
colored people. Is that horrible to say? I don't even know. But it's like they're a very small minority here in Finland.
Yeah. I think the Netherlands is a bit more diverse.
Just last winter, actually. No, that was actually 2 years ago because last winter we didn't really have a winter. But I went skating with a Nigerian friend of mine.
Cool.
He really wanted to learn to skate, and I was like, okay, let's go. I'll teach you.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Like in the Netherlands, like speed skating is a really big sport.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there was like, it's also one of the widest sports there is. Until like
Yeah.
America had this guy, Shady Davis, and he was black and he was like super good. He was, I think he was world champion in nearly everything. It's like, it just takes one good athletic black guy
Radio check. What a radio
to
check. Can you
really
hear me?
crush all the white people doing this for years.
Whole discussion of like race or even gender or whatever. Like I played World of Warcraft for 15 years, and I know multiple girl gamers who were fucking insanely much better than me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just doesn't. It's not a thing for me.
Yeah, I think that's what. I mean, it's kind of surprising to like guys like us who don't really think that way, but then there's.
Yeah, but
When I look
it's
around,
it's
it's
very
really
like,
it's still
human
there,
made,
like,
so
yeah.
Okay,
I heard
be ready.
myself, like the family in USA who are
go.
the Trump voters, they're also like they live in California, and then it's like, yeah, these Mexicans this and these Mexicans that, and they sit at home and they do nothing and they get paid.
Calm on
and
your
I'm
left. We're on the right side. Pretty
Yeah.
wide.
Yeah.
Left side. Keep your line.
But with distracts,
Well, that sounds so
We're on the
distracting when True Chief is saying.
No, that's right.
I was about to say we're distracting Chief.
No. Keep talking. It's soothing me.
Okay.
There's a lot of
There's an
carnage.
incident in turn 2.
Yeah,
Starts okay. Now find your groove.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
On one screen up.
Binala.
That was scary.
Jesus Christ, that's like rush
Gee.
hour.
Dun dun dun.
It's like a tier 2 race start.
Thunderdome special.
Oh man, don't bring back the memories.
Flashbacks.
I think was it Spain or something where there was like fucking
That's one of the
5
races that I
crashes on
actually
the main
missed.
Looks
start
like
straight.
P5's gone off in turn 8. Yellow flag. Caution.
Yeah, but the Canada was also like crazy.
Yeah, I remember Canada because we were working on the penalty in the FIA for like 2.5 hours straight or something.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And
I was writing my reports and there was like 20 fucking reports
and
to a verdict.
Germany was also. I mean, maybe not in penalties, but it was a crazy race because I remember I had a qualifying ban for that one, and I ended up P6 and I started last. That was actually my best result all season. So, in looking back, I should probably have started P20 in every race. Would have been better.
That's kind of a trend though, like not only you, but I saw many people who started like very much at the back, and then you can do like the contra strategy or something, and it was very powerful in some ways.
In Italy, I also didn't qualify well on purpose. I really didn't. Either I set a time on hard, so I didn't set a time on all. And then at the start I even left it off because I knew they were just gonna die.
There's an incident in Zandvoort. It looks like Webb. Car left. Clear left.
P10, baby.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That car just totally ended. It just seems like they take the inside and then lose control and then hit the car on the outside.
Yeah, it's like the second lap, so the tires, they're not taking into account the tires are still cold.
Yeah, so they're racing it like it's a qualifying lap or something.
Yeah, hot laps.
Is that, I don't know what the rating of these guys is, but
I think it's like split 3. It should be alright.
okay.
Walk.
Okay, Matt, ignore that fucker in the mirror. Stick to your line. Nail those exits. Car on your left side.
Whoa.
Did it say okay, Max?
He's still with you.
Matt,
No, you said Matt.
Still there.
Oh.
He's still there.
not this chicane, please, not
And
too
still
wide.
there. Left side's clear.
You're gonna die, boy.
I did it, I made it! We're alive!
Now we just have to wait 20 seconds until we see. Yeah, there it is. I'm too tired to do anything myself, so I'm just watching you race.
The leader's just done a 156.70. 10th position. You've just done a
I'm so glad
157.59.
my co-worker is back. And I don't have to do his work as well. I can finally relax.
What do you work as, man?
Well, I'm an application expert / business analyst. It's a pretty hard to explain.
I'm
Yeah.
also an application expert, actually.
Yeah, but it's
My
just
title.
it's not a good title for what I do because
Guy on your left.
But
I
I
don't
also
actually
do a lot of
left.
other stuff.
yeah, it's more
I'm
like
also a delivery manager of sorts.
oh yeah.
You know, like version upgrades and handling all that bullshit that you have to do.
I don't even do that much technically. The main technical things I do is things with the SQL server and
Yeah, same.
database management. And aside from that, like
Yeah.
most applications are not from ourselves. We don't actually program anything ourselves. So it's just like a link between
Pulling away.
the
The gap behind
end
is now
users and
1.2.
the people who make the application.
Pretty much what I do as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I tell the coders what the hell they should be doing.
And then we
try
have
to.
a business intelligence guy who's actually more for like building the reports and stuff and maintaining them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's the same here.
because
We sort of have a different department for that entirely.
yeah, but
Part of
because
the development, well, development I think, not in the software sense, but
yeah,
business sense, let's say.
and the thing is, because first we had like a
The
whole
leader has
BI
just
team
done
of 3 guys, and I was
155.48.
actually in that team and not the IT team. But now I'm on the
Yeah.
IT side, and we just have one BI guy because the company
I think P4's gone off
Yeah,
in
narrow
1000 bucks. Yellow flag. Watch out.
reorganized. I mean, so now when I'm gone, he's my backup, so he also knows the stuff he has to do for IT side, and when he's gone, I have to do extra BI stuff. So, and he's just become father for the second time, and he has like some sort of special leave, I don't know how you call it, for 4 weeks. So that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
lately I'm just knackered and
Oh,
I work, I go home, I'm dead.
paternity in it?
Yeah, paternity leave. We even have like the leave sorts. Everything is in English, so I know it's paternity leave, and then I forget. That's how tired I am. The only game I've recently have energy to play is Championship Manager 2001-2002.
It's playing Path of Exile.
Like, a shooter is too intensive, racing game is too intensive, like, I cannot handle it.
Yeah, I like over the weekend I drove a few laps in F1 2019 because I was getting worried that I haven't fucking driven in.
Oh yeah, I still
know,
POR until
ages.
this week. So Sunday is the only time I drive.
I mean, the last time I drove was the Nations Cup.
I was actually surprised. Like last race was it was Russia, I think. Like what you watched that race, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was like the first time I raced in 2 weeks, and I did time trial for 5 laps, and I improved my best time. I'm like, what?
Hey.
I haven't
The guy
even,
behind is just
like,
done
how
a
did I get better from not
155.72.
racing 2 weeks?
It's kind of the same as free. I did like a few laps in TT over the weekend, and I was within a tenth of my time instantly, and I was like, what? I haven't driven in fucking a month, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. But it's sometimes like you can practice for weeks and not get any faster, and then you leave the game for a bit, you come back, and then you're suddenly...
Yeah.
It's weird.
Works in real life sports as well sometimes.
Yeah, I have had. Oh yeah, like I said, I played.
Don't touch the javelin for 2 months, and suddenly you throw one much further again.
It's also really weird how it's different from person to person. Like a teammate in table tennis, after the summer break, he's always horrible for like weeks, and I come back from holiday and I'm instantly good, and he's like, "How are you? Did you practice?" And I know I haven't touched anything. He even like continues training until like end of June, while I quit in
The gap
May.
behind is now 0.6.
But now we all had a break, so I'm actually training this summer, which is gonna be horrible. Because training inside in the summer on a location with a flat roof.
20th of July, I'm supposed to throw in a competition.
Yeah, and
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've actually thrown relatively well in practice, considering.
Keep your concentration.
So how
Make
far
the
do you
bastard
throw
work
the
for it.
things?
He's faster than you in 2,000 bucks.
Jesus. I think
It's not very good, but
really, because I remember we had to do that in high school.
I mean, sure, okay, it's sort of like you wouldn't.
That's your
It's
quickest
not
lap.
something you can
The guy behind has just done a 155.37.
But it's just something I enjoy doing. I mostly just coach these days, but like I've decided that if as long as I can throw
We think
about
P5 is
45
mid
meters, I can go to the regional championships, just to annoy the younger guys at least. I mean, they throw much further than me, but it's still fun. Some guys will throw like 70 meters.
Ocean, are you doing any sports aside from sim racing?
No. I just do mountains. I just climb mountains.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's an activity.
But I mean, like when I say climb, I just mean like walk, not like, you know.
Yeah, walk up mountains, but that's
Yeah,
still
not-
pretty. I mean, I walked up the stairs today, and I'm like on the 5th floor, and I was like knackered. my fitness level has gone completely down for not playing for 3 months. It's crazy how fast it goes the older you get.
Yeah. Yep. I feel ya.
If I did nothing for 3 months when I was younger, it would
New fastest lap for Rodriguez, 155.00.
And look who's in P10 again.
Yeah, it's actually P8. It just takes a while to update.
Ah, right, because, yeah, I remember, okay.
Yeah, 2 guys spun off there. Guy behind me is pretty fast here.
The leader has just done a 155.09.
Just keep your car well positioned. You shall not pass.
P8, your lap times are improving.
Oh yeah, now I see P8.
Yeah, boys.
So what split are you gonna race next year?
Me?
Or next year, next season? Tier 1 again, or?
Yeah, I'll be tier 1. I will be tier 1, I think. Although here, Ice... What about Speedy? We'll have to get Speedy a seat. But, as far as I can tell, there's not much... tier 1's pretty popular. It's like basically the same drivers from last season.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to do something, I kind of don't want to do this on live stream, but
Probably wise.
but I do have.
Alright, Matt,
I
don't be
actually
intimidated
thought
by this
about
little
that,
shit.
and I
Make him work for
have
it.
a few suggestions.
He's quicker than you into Tausendbocht.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not a good idea to do it here on live stream.
Yellow flag. We think P3's gone off in the chicane.
I mean, we've already talked about race and B2 and whatever, so let's get it over with.
Oh, he got a
Ahead
big
is now
squiggle on
1.6.
out of the last corner, or penultimate corner.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to next SLR season. Can maybe be a bit more competitive now.
You're matching race pace. That's half distance. We think about 7 laps of fuel
We're probably
remaining.
gonna race quite a lot, or so said, let's say practice quite a lot less.
I'm just gonna practice like one track to death to be like really good there. Probably Zandvoort, because it's my home race.
I'll go for Vietnam, man.
Like just do 10,000 laps.
Yeah.
Vietnam looks horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even gonna we talked about Vietnam earlier, but it looks like a mix of Baku and Russia to me, and I both don't like those tracks, so I'm
Looks
not
very
really...
boring to me, but
It's like a giant straight, and it's like an S section but with walls, and then there's like some 90-degree corners like you have in Baku. I'm just really not... I don't like it. Just gonna be a massive DRS fest
Car on your left.
with people spamming the overtake button.
Hold your line. He's still with you.
I think I'm just gonna end it in the pit wall after 2 laps.
Still there. He's still there. He's still with you. The car on your right side.
Oh,
Clear
someone
on
hit
the
me. Oh shit.
Right side's clear.
Oh no.
I think my wheel's off.
whoa, that's
Car on your right.
Oh wow,
You're
what
right.
the hell?
It was the guy from behind, like the
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
who was next
it's
to
not
you.
even the guy who was behind you, but like the car behind that.
Oh man.
I think he was trying to overtake, but he totally misjudged his braking point.
I didn't lose too much time though. I honestly thought one of my wheels came off at the back.
Yeah, he hit you really hard.
P9,
Yeah, it
don't
looked like
panic.
he
You've got time to
missed
sort
his
this out.
braking point by like 100 meters.
Oh, P9, okay. Not too bad.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been out. So how would you compare these cars and how hard they are to drive compared to like the F1 game?
It's like night and day, man. Like the handling on this is
The gap in front is
crazy.
now 0.8.
Like you can really feel the weight of the car shift around. Like the more I play this, like the more dialed in I get. Whereas F1, I don't get that feeling. Like every time feels like the first time I'm playing it.
Yeah, I agree. That was one of my main gripes with the game, because then I don't play them much. I do have a lot other racing games, but I don't play them much. But then when AMS 2 came out, Automobilista 2, I actually did play that for a while with different Formula cars,
Fastest
and you
lap
really
for
feel
Rodriguez,
so much more of the
154.54.
car that you actually have a sense on where to improve. In F1 it kind of feels like, especially like low speed corners, I don't really feel what the car is doing.
Yeah.
And then I lose confidence because I don't know.
The leader
What
has
to
just done a
correct.
154.78.
But at the same time, I don't want to be like, that's the reason why I'm slow, because...
No, definitely not, because there's people who are
Yeah.
fast regardless. But for me, that's, yeah, it's at least important.
It's
No,
partially
that's-
because they have to balance it for the controller guys as well.
Yeah, the pad players. Like apparently pad players have something like optimal steering angle or something.
Mm,
So they're like, this steering input is not completely raw input.
that
The game
sucks.
kind of corrects it.
Yeah, I don't know, because I've
Okay, Matt, you need to pass this
Never-
car. You're losing too much time.
never driven a pad. I mean, I've tried it like once or twice with a friend of mine who has a PlayStation,
I actually did before I got my first wheel, which was the TMX Pro. I did race on
but it's
that.
kind of the thing that because I've never had any gaming console ever, and then somehow through that I've also never had a pad.
I also didn't, at least until late age, I didn't have had a console, but I did have game
Push
pads
now, we can
because
catch
I
this guy.
used them for footy games.
That's a
like
new fastest lap for
FIFA,
Rodriguez,
or Roots and stuff.
154.25.
I remember actually playing FIFA with my friend played on my wheel many years ago.
What?
One guy was playing on the keyboard, one guy was playing on the mouse, and I think one guy was on a joystick, and then one guy was on the wheel.
The guy behind's catching. The gap's now 2.6
No
seconds.
flight.
You like
He's faster
you know,
than you
you
entering
map
cars
like
unlocked.
brake and throttle, so the
Yeah.
player goes up and down and shit like that. So, unsurprisingly, he didn't do so well.
Wow, I wouldn't have thought.
But yeah, that was the
And
that was the
actually,
shit when I was like 12 or whatever.
but even with the TMX Pro, it took me quite a while before I even got even with my pad times. Right now I
I
could.
mean, I didn't play it.
Right now I
Formula
completely
1 game
unlearned,
for 14 years.
Yeah. I mean, I picked it up with 2016. Yeah.
Played
But
in
I was,
2000 and from 2002 to 2005, and then or 2006, let's say. Then I didn't play until 2019, pretty much. I played a little bit of Assetto Corsa, and that's it.
But now I've completely unlearned how to use the pad. If I would go back to pad now, I would have been, yeah, I wouldn't say slow because I am slow, but I would have been horribly slow. Back in the train again.
Yeah. Okay, the orange guy let the other guy pass, but he won't let me pass. I see how it is.
Yeah. Maybe he's racist because you're in a black car.
Stay close.
I
wait for it to
racist.
crack.
I racist.
Are you racist? Or maybe he just doesn't like anything Irish or Northern Irish or whatever.
2 laps left.
Jose M. Does it say? Kek Odomo?
Yeah, what is that, like Irish or Portuguese? Or,
Also Irish?
uh,
Sounds Irish to me.
Jose does not sound Irish though.
Oh yeah, but maybe he is a mixed heritage. But if he let the guy pass, he's battling him hard now, so I don't understand why. Maybe he just wants a slipstream.
Yeah, we message came up from him that said pass left, and then the guy went for it, and then he's back up to speed again.
You also have a woman in P6,
What?
Angela Sola Gomez.
Isn't it like a guy's name though in some languages? Some countries?
Angela? No way.
Really?
We think P5 has
maybe
been
Angelo.
in chicane. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Oh, P5's been in the chicane. Ah, yeah. See you later. It's just
Rip.
these last corners. I'm losing time.
Yeah, they're really
It's
tricky.
been fucking years since I drove Zandvoort. I drove it when it was released for us at the Corsa.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna, when the game is released, I'm gonna just drive Zandvoort all the time. So I'm just good at one track.
P8,
and I
one
can
more
win
lap to
there.
go.
Oh, last lap already.
Oh, these two never come together.
Yeah.
Oh,
On your right.
you made a mistake.
Still there.
Oh no,
Still
we're
there.
side by side.
He's still there.
Keep it together, Matt.
Shit.
Still there.
Oh no, man.
Still there.
He's right on my inside.
Still there. Clear right.
Kinky.
I don't know how we survived that.
2 litres remaining.
Seeing it now. Yeah, you had a better line.
New fastest lap for Rodriguez, 154.09.
TRS. I know.
Pretty close, pretty close. It's his last corner, so they're not gonna lose time, I bet you. Oh, not too bad. Nah, too far back. Damn it. P8. That's alright.
8th place.
I don't
Okay,
remember,
that's
did
the
you
finish.
qualify
Well
for
done, mate.
this race now, or
What's that?
did you start from the pit lane again?
No, I actually started on the track, but
Okay.
I had that incident. I'm gonna have a look at that actually.
Oh yeah, when the guy hit you in the rear.
Goddamn bastard. 159,
That
that's a lot.
missile. It was Kvyat in disguise. He had the Eurobeat on.
Right, where is it? Oh, it's here, isn't it? No. No.
Yeah, my phone's going mad.
No. Well, yeah, right, okay. I guess. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I went a wee bit left, I think. Oh, it was the guy behind me then? Yeah, okay. I thought I had one left into that guy and it was my fault, but no, it was the fucking guy behind me. I think he said thanks, though. Where is he?
Well, you're lucky that
Marius.
your wheel kept together there, like the left rear.
Yeah, I honestly felt like it came off there when I was driving. I was like, oh shit, free wheels.
It came in like a wrecking ball.
That's, yeah, you're kind of at the mercy of these guys.
But still, like, apart from lap 1 massacres, it's pretty clean racing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You could argue that was netcode though, because he doesn't actually touch me. Like,
Yeah, but he would have
But he
touched you
did.
anyway.
If you saw it live, he came in at such speed when you three were already braking. So
Would have hit you anyway.
yeah.
This is the moment he realized he fucked up.
It was at this moment. He knew. He fucked up. China!
China!
Oh, there's Mr. Cat. Or Mrs. Cat, actually. Yep, in the middle of the screen, just like I told you. Where is it? Go.
Chisel.
Division 4. I wonder what the times in F1 are gonna be in that this track. Oh. Oh, yeah. That was.
is that the cat? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the cat. Yeah, I was putting her away and she wasn't happy. The other one is sleeping, thank God.
Ice, do you have a pet, like a cat or a dog or anything?
No.
Oh.
I'm actually quite allergic to both, but not so much to dogs.
But you can get special dogs that aren't. Is it the?
I mean, it's not so much for dogs these days, but cats it's hopeless for me. 15 minutes in the same room with a cat and I'm dead.
I went out with this girl, right? And she used to come around my house, and as soon as she went through the front door, she would just like sneezing, her eyes go red, she'd be all like puffy and itchy and shit. And like after about a month or so, she was like, what are you doing with the dog, Matt? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I'm allergic to it, so. And I was like, well, he was here first. Pretty much like, I mean, what do you want me to do? Get rid of my dog? Fuck that.
Yeah, but I can understand. But allergies, it's I'm allergic to pollen, like what a lot of people have in
Oh
this
yeah,
period.
yeah, I'd hit that. I mean, that really sucks. Because like,
luckily it's raining this week, but like last
I'm,
week when
I'm
it was
also
really hot.
allergic to fucking pollen, whatever it is.
Last week it was really hot and dry in the Netherlands, and then it was like, cool. I could go out and then like, I was already tiresome to be at work with all the work I have to do, and then I go outside and I get hit by the allergies, and then I get home and my eyes are just unwilling to open anymore.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
really bad.
That's why I've been doing nothing.
Especially
lately.
like up here in the north, it's when like the summer comes and the plants. The nature is very raw here, so you know when it's summer,
Yeah.
they think that now is the time to pollinate,
Probably-
so they do it very violently.
Yeah, it's probably even worse than here in the city. Yeah, and then they also have these like the I don't know how you call it, just people who like mow the grass of the not of the yards, but like city itself,
Yeah,
like the maintenance guys, I guess. And when they do that, then it's like the worst. When they mow the grass, and it's like I smell that scent of freshly mown grass. Then it's death. Then I can just go home and die. I think they do have stuff for that, but then usually it's like droplets you have to put in your eyes, and I hate doing that, so there's no hope.
I mean I
Just
nose-
cracking
nose
it
spray
the
and eye drops and fucking everything.
Yeah, I hate those.
It's still not very good for me.
I think there's like was like something I could try which could cure it, but then that's
I mean,
also
I'd have to translate what it actually is, but there's
there's some sort of therapy or something, or
exactly.
yeah.
But they wouldn't desensitization. That's what Google Translate tells me. But it's like they wouldn't let me do that because I have I also have an autoimmune disease which could get worse
okay.
there.
Yeah.
Crohn's disease, but like close.
Oh yeah. That's actually
It is literally shitty.
yeah. But it's actually like you have you're allergic to some stuff, which is actually an overreaction of the autoimmune system, and then you have an autoimmune disease as well.
Yeah, but it's all like
Yeah.
connected. Like it's
Yeah.
gene.
But then, apart from that, I also almost never get really ill. Like,
Yeah, my
if I
flows
get
are
a
quite
cold-
mild as well, but like 2 years ago, I had a really fucking bad pneumonia.
or
I had like 40 degrees of fever for 5 days straight.
like,
It's really fucking horrible.
if people get the flu or like a really bad flu, usually get fever, but I cannot even remember the last time I had a fever. So that's why I think that like
You get like very lengthened flus then, and they're just mild.
yeah, I get really
Usually-
low. Yeah,
Fever,
yeah.
they also pass quite quickly, but
Yeah, when I get ill, it's usually like a runny nose for like 3 weeks straight.
yeah. Yeah, that's like my friend as well in real life. He never gets fever. He's probably not had a fever for a single time that I've known him. That's like 25 years.
And that's
But he
also,
just has these like exactly like a runny nose for a month.
and then the thing is like, when most people get the flu, they report ill at work for like a week and then they're back. And actually never do that, but I do get like tired from having a runny nose for 3 weeks, so then I take a day. So like the amount of days I'm ill are so low.
I mean, that is probably the last time I actually had a fever was
Right.
half years ago.
I also think I already.
Because I haven't really been ill after that.
I think I also already have corona probably because like when it just came up in end of February, it turns out I was actually in the Netherlands before like Carnival, which is like a big thing here in our province and the province next and the region next to it. And then all those people party together like in a small space for like 5 days. And then some co-workers were already, well, they said they had a flu, but I'm pretty sure they didn't have the flu. And I'm like, are you sure it's not corona and you should stay at home? But they didn't. And then like a week later the lockdown started, and then I got ill, and I had the same thing which I always have, which is like a runny nose and a sore throat, but then for 2 weeks instead of what it normally would be. That could have been corona or something else, I don't know. I hope I had it, so that means I don't have to get ill from it again and pass it on.
Been so few cases in Finland in total that I don't know. It's like I think the reporting threshold is like if there's 5 or more cases in the vicinity they report it, but it's not never reported any here where I live.
We only have nationwide only a few a day now. So yeah, like everybody's slowly going back to work, and train is getting more crowded. And some people just don't care at all anymore. Nice slow motion images, by the way.
Yeah, it's to complement your dialogue.
Your stream has turned out to be like talk about everything stream. With a bit of racing. You're just waiting for the next event now, I guess.
Yeah, it's every quarter pass. Every quarter pass.
Cool.
Let me see what split that was actually. That was split number 3, 4. It was split 4 actually. Okay.
Nice.
All right, yeah, let's go again. Let's go again.
Here we go.
He's working tomorrow, yeah.
Me?
Man.
I'm
See-
working tomorrow and then I'm supposed to be on holidays, but I will still work at least one day next week.
How long does it take you to
Well,
travel?
actually, the game is released on Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna be here for most of the day. But then again, last year when they released it like the early access, I missed all of that because I was on a work trip in Germany.
What time did it?
I kept fucking PM cheap, like, tell me how the game is, and you just fucking reply to me. I remember that.
Dude, it took me like 2 hours to download that shit, and everyone else like 1 minute download. It was fucking torture, man. It was absolute torture.
You should play this at the start of your races.
It'll probably take me like a couple of minutes to install it if Steam isn't slow. So I have a gigabit download.
What the fuck was that?
That was Luigi's voice. Mario.
Woohoo! It's a Mario. We almost had Mario and Luigi in SLR, almost. There was a guy called Mario joined, but he didn't race.
It's a guy Mario you raced in, I don't know where, but I saw those races. One of those leagues.
ASN, I think.
Oh, it might be ASN.
Yeah! Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
That one. Here we go.
Track's clear. Push, push, push.
That was the one. Yeah, I'm looking to buy like it's called again a stream deck, I think.
Yeah.
Where you can just program buttons to play certain sounds or open certain screens.
Oh, that could be good, yeah.
Remember back in World of Warcraft I recorded some stupid bits that some Russian guy said in the raid once, and then I kept like playing it at random intervals, and it confused the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, it's like the guy I talked about earlier, the league owner of CR, C-Erp. He also has a stream deck, and in one of his streams I started singing something, and he actually recorded that and put it on one of his buttons, so now every time he knows I'm watching, he plays that music. I'm like, oh no. So yeah, never sing on a stream.
He does it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it all the time as well. by the way.
Live for listening to Wimpy singing
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes in my streams I do that as well. I start singing.
I think it helps, the racing. Soothes you.
Yeah. Usually it's something like, I am terrible at this next corner. Something like that. Yeah, but it also used to be a thing, like in F1 racing, when with 50% races I started losing concentration at the end of the race.
Yeah.
But since I've been doing a lot of leagues, I don't really have that anymore.
Yeah. I used to like fall asleep in races.
Yeah, exactly.
You know those like micro sleeps you do?
Yeah, and then you just on autopilot and you suddenly lose feeling because
and you're like
not really aware of what you're doing anymore.
And then you just come
Man, shitty track like Russia.
really?
Yeah.
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 It's kind of scary.
Fall asleep on the back straight and hit the wall on your own. Nobody's even close to the wall.
Yeah, but the thing is, I used to do this only like co-op races with 2 friends of mine, and then my races usually went well for like the first part, and then at the end I would lose concentration and out of nowhere lose control and hit a wall. And they're like, how the hell did you do that? Yeah, I don't know, I just lost feeling.
Consciousness?
Yeah, like in a dream state. Like you're thinking about, I should do groceries tomorrow, and I still have to fix this thing, and then all of a sudden you run a wall and you're like, what the fuck happened? I still have it sometimes though. I think I had it, especially when I'm leaving the pit somehow. Like I'm leaving the pit, I'm not aware, like I shouldn't be full throttling.
Oh man.
And then, like,
Don't even talk to me about safety cars. Ice, what am I like with safety car? You've seen it as well, Hammer?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Like 2 fucking drive-throughs under a safety car within one sector.
So the last time I nearly gave up.
I think I've seen like, no, I think it were at least 2 races, but it could have been 3 races where you've been in the pit like 3 times in 4 laps.
Yeah.
What the hell is he doing?
That last one though, like I pitted.
Then I'm like, let's fucking try and crew chief this guy.
Yeah, but to be fair, USA, I came what like P5 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, also in, I think ASN Mons or whatever it was, you would have probably been on the podium if you hadn't got punted on the penultimate lap.
Oh, that's the one. Someone made a. Was it you, Hammer? Made the montage of my pit stops.
Yeah, I did. I did.
That was it. Yeah, Monza. Oh. Oh. Like the first one was painful. The second one was just like, yeah, just.
At some point, it was just humor.
Yeah. The third one was like, fuck this.
But it could have been worse if it was. At least it was like still like safety car or something. Because I don't know if you ever seen when Matt from WF1 was still doing like YouTube gaming.
Yeah.
F1 races, and the famous moment, they put dries on, when he was in Monaco and he went into the pit. Then they put the wrong tires on. They put dry tires on when it was wet. And then he somehow went out of his menu in the Xbox and he couldn't regain control because it wanted to switch accounts or something. And then he ended up signing himself out.
Jeez.
That was a catastrophe of things going wrong.
Oh my word.
I think it was like the order was he hit his wing off, but it was still not lost. He could have still been the best finisher of the YouTubers.
Yeah.
But then he went in the pit and he should have put intermediates on, but they put dries on. Then he lost his controller, was doing nothing, and then when he had his controller back, he was suddenly signed out and he was trying to sign back in, but it actually signed him out, and then he lost connection and he was thrown out of the race.
Oh no.
And that was back in, yeah, he couldn't get back in.
Ay ay ay.
So yeah, it can always go worse. I don't think I've ever had anything like that happen, like screwing up a pit stop. No.
In an Ocean Chief in the Nations Cup.
Oh yeah.
So I was trying to decide if I should pit, and then I was fiddling with my fucking ERS or whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
And then driving past the pits, and I just somehow slept and the drive through. We could have actually. I think we could have actually won the championship with Keyboard Magnussen if I didn't do that. But or it would have been closer at least.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
I think
Exit's
the
clear.
pit
Push.
incidents I mentioned,
Okay, Matt,
they
we've got
always
2
happen to be
laps to get the job
qualifying
done.
for some reason. Like I'm
We've
not
just had a
focused
stop-go
on
penalty.
actually exiting the pit, but I'm still like putting my ERS and fuel on low. No, not paying attention what happens in front of me, because most pit exits are straightforward, but there's some like that have
Pit
like a
exit is
corner
clear.
in it or a tunnel or whatever, and then I lose focus and I hit the wall, and then my first qualifying run is ruined. And it also happened in qualifying 2 or 3 times that I ran out of fuel.
I still maintain that I'm the fastest. I do the fastest out laps of anybody. I'm able to nail it on the out lap, and then the hot lap comes, and I'm just like, fuck it up.
Yeah. I also usually have a better qualifying in practice than I actually have in the league race. I somehow cannot put the lap together.
Yeah.
Like even in Brazil, when I did a 187, I was like, I felt like I had at least 2 tenths in it. More in it, and I was like, why can't I do a 184 in practice and not in? And also other tracks, the same with Germany, the same with Hungary, the same with basically, I think I had 1 or 2 qualifyings where my time was actually as good as my practice time, and all the others were much slower.
I mean, like much shittier in practice, and then I somehow did pretty good in actual qualifying. Like Spain, for example, I was
Now my cat is attacking my tree.
And faster in my best attempt than I had been in practice.
This is great. I can't even move my mouse because my cat is sitting on my hand.
But then on some tracks, like for example Mexico, I was doing like high 13s in practice, and then in the actual race I just couldn't get a lap together at all. So I did something like fucking 45 or whatever.
Well, in Mexico, I feel good in qualifying, but as soon as the race starts, I just cannot race the tracks, and at least not in F1. Like,
I had pretty good rhythm there, I think. But,
like that S section, I only get corner cuts every time, and then the last corner in Mexico, with the long straight follows, I keep like screwing up somehow the last corner, or even when I nail it, I'm apparently slow, and then everybody passes me on the straight. That's my problem with Mexico.
yeah.
Sector 3 in Mexico's fucking awful. I hate it.
Quite a lot better at it though, Chief.
Yeah. Thanks to my man Ice.
Well, I'm not sure how much I had.
Yeah, Trump fucking retweets a video of some protest, and the guy's in a golf cart, and he yells out "white power," and fucking Trump retweets it, and then when the press obviously are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" and he's like, "What do you mean?" and he says like, "I didn't hear the audio, I just retweeted it," and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's what I don't really get.
He can't be that stupid, can he? Like it's the first few seconds of the video.
P5, that lap was a 156.91.
As cases are spiking in several states, we are putting out that life because it's a bad life that we're talking about. What?
Like that doesn't make sense. What the fuck?
No, but that's Trump. And then another guy replies, "What were you expecting? Something coherent?" Donald Trump speaks in chunks of gibberish. Professor John something nothing.
Bizarre, man. He's the fucking leader of the free world.
Yeah. It's bad enough when like Simpsons predicted it like 20 years ago.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, it wasn't something like that everybody in the US lost their minds and Donald Trump was chosen as the president.
I loved there's a video on YouTube where a guy has put together clips of like how all the media predicted that Clinton would be winning.
Oh yeah.
And then like the results come in and it's all, yeah, Trump won. And then he put the music from it's called In the Hall of the Mountain King or something.
Yeah, Hall of the Mountain King.
Yeah, Hall of the Mountain King. He put that music below it, which is like completely perfect for that clip. Like slowly creeping up on you, and then like
The leader has just done a
fast-paced thing when the
155.37.
results come in and Trump wins everywhere. Even put the parts where the comedians in America who are laughing when Trump says he's a candidate.
Yeah.
P10, you've just done a 156.76.
At first it was kind of funny, and then it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't think it was funny. I woke up and I was like, wait, what? Trump won? Oh my god.
Oh shit.
How?
What is going on? I think people just realize that politics is a fucking joke as it is, and they're just like, I'll just vote for Trump because like who gives
a lot of them did.
who gives a shit?
That protest, like we're not necessarily a fan of Trump.
They voted for Trump just because they hate the Clinton family so much.
Yeah, there's that as well.
Destroy the system, etc. Yeah, okay, that's a good way to install an idiot president.
But it was funny when it was like the Republican debate about, you know, it hadn't picked their man yet for the presidential candidate, so they were like all arguing, and President Trump goes basically, what are you talking about? Like every time someone said something else, he was like, you've given me money before for like shit. And the guy would just be like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna shut up now. Like it just shows you how corrupt fucking politics is.
Yeah, it's a mess. I have this friend who is in politics. He's in one of our parties, and the guy hasn't been able to like do a proper job.
That's the end of the session. P12.
Ever. And then he studied called something like it's like a higher management thing. And now he's like part of part of a group that like advises companies and stuff. I'm like, okay, so you're like you're gonna advise people while you haven't actually done a proper job ever.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Like he worked when everybody does their job while studying, like work at McDonald's or something. He worked at KFC and he lasted a week before he quit himself. So anything that takes proper effort,
he's out.
He always quit. But then that's the guy who's gonna tell us how we should organize and work, and he's in a political party and he has no idea how the real world works. So I always get into arguments with them, and that's like most politicians are like that.
Yeah.
They study for a long time and they do like a lot of talking, but nobody knows what it's actually like working.
They're so out of touch, like. But there's like some comedian who said like politicians should have like race car drivers where it says the sponsors on their race suit. So whoever's like,
but
that'd be fucking epic. You just see like guys covered in fucking.
Yeah, I can see them now. Instead of like a suit, like actually the companies that all that all help them, that all donate to
lobbyists, all the lobbyists, big pharma.
Then Trump would have all the gun companies on his on his back, and all the oil companies. Shell, Trump. Powered by Shell.
The track temp is 19 Celsius.
Good luck, guys.
13 laps. Okay, mate, get ready.
Take them all out, Chief.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, destroy them.
Oh, the guy beside me, look at him. My stream, it says Trump. Something on his car. Oh, all aboard the Trump train, this is.
Left side, there's a car.
Destroy him!
Left side's clear. On your left.
Dive bomb.
He's still there.
Unfortunately,
left side's clear. Left side. Still there.
He really has Trump.
He's still there. Left side's clear.
Oh,
You're clear on the left.
Oh, look at the guy behind me. He fucking
It's
T-bones
Human
across.
Halts.
Jesus.
He also has the he had the BAR.
On your right, you are clear on the right.
Strike thing. The BR livery from '98, I think. No.
I like that car, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cool like historic F1 liveries that.
Car on your left side. You're clear on the left.
Guy ahead of me just died. Big time.
When I still did iRacing, I always had the McLaren.
Oh yeah, I like that.
White.
Like the marble one, yeah.
Yeah. That was also my multiplayer car in F1 2019. It's like one of the custom liveries, but I took the color of the old McLaren.
I think I'm P10.
I'm not even a McLaren fan, but just like that car.
Yeah, that's good. Like, I like it. I used to have it before I had this one on this car here.
Cool.
Oh my god. Eek, shit. Oh.
Whoa. Well, you kept it on track.
Just about, yeah. Squeaky bum time.
Yeah, politicians and people who vote crazy, yeah.
The gap in front has increased to 3.4 seconds. P8.
I think the main problem is that most people don't care enough about politics.
Yeah.
So
It's
they just vote something and then you get, yeah.
I think that's why there's flat earth, like, you know, with all this conspiracy shit. I think that's why it's more mainstream now, is because people don't trust anything the government says, like anything at all. And so they just...
Don't you think the Earth is flat?
Come on, bro. We know it's curved slightly.
No, I think the Earth is clearly a triangle. It's all Illuminati.
No, we have these massive I don't know what they call ice barriers at the end of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and the moon landing is fake.
Whoa.
Actually, all rockets are fake.
Martinez is getting closer. The gap is now 0.44.
Whoa!
Car left.
That was
Keep
some
this
slide.
The only thing real
Hold
is
your line.
car driving ice. So sim racing.
Keep
is
your
real.
line.
Yeah.
He's still there. He's still there. You are clear on the
Well,
left.
the thing is though, it's funny to me because regardless if you trust the government or not, they're like basic physics tests that you can do which prove that it's a curve. It's like a
Yeah, there's a program on Netflix.
They see that no, that's because blah blah, and then they just.
Yeah, there's no talking to them at all.
The leader's just done a
Yeah, you even see
155.49.
the proof and then you deny it.
Car in
How
front
is
lap
it
time is at
possible?
155.80. There's a car right.
That's the same with like Trump.
Looks like P4 has binned it in.
They
Tarzan
confront him with something he
still there.
said, and I'm no, I never said it, but it was on
Clear
TV.
right.
No, you just misinterpreted that. I never said it.
Fake news.
That's got punted.
Holy shit, that guy just took you out.
Thanks for that, man. Fucking... Oh, he said sorry. You are forgiven.
He came in like a wrecking ball.
Ay.
Do you have damage?
Don't think so. Like, I might have a wee bit of top speed loss, but I don't feel any steering wheel weirdness. No, but there's a program on Netflix about the flat Earth movement, and it's funny because at the very end, the main guy, like he kind of was like, you know, he's seen as like the main guy, you know, behind it all, or one of the main guys is into the scene. They asked him. They said, look, if we were able to give you like undeniable proof that the Earth is a globe, would you believe it? And he said. He said, like, honestly, I'm this deep into this now that, like, basically this is my life. So, he says, even if you showed me undeniable, irrefutable proof.
That's the thing, yeah, but that's the thing, but I don't want to get into that. That's the same thing with religion, though.
Yeah. You're invested in it, like?
Yeah, I mean, I see
The
the
leader has
same
just
thing
done
with
a
America, there's
155.12.
some who are really Catholic. They go to church and stuff. And yeah, they just don't
Gap
get
to
how
Martinez. Ahead is now
Oh, I can't
2.1.
believe it. I said, yeah, but I've read. I mean, I have not grown up with it. So, because my parents are atheists, and I've read it, and to me, it's just of course, it's personal, but to me, it's just like a story which can be realistic, and that but they are so into it that doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just I just
Not saying
consider
it's not to
myself
do
sort of,
something, but
I don't know, I consider myself too practical to believe that kind of stuff.
yeah, that's the thing. Because I remember as a kid, you had all these people. There's still a lot of Catholic people here, and especially when kids, they have this thing with where they get presents and stuff. I don't know what it's called again. Here in Netherlands it's called communie, but I don't know what it's called in English or other languages.
When is it? What day?
Yeah, I don't know, when they're kids at least. I don't know how old exactly, I'm just not
Like,
I'm not aware enough of all the all the
Eighth
stuff
place.
they do.
oh,
But then,
Holy Communion or something like that?
yeah, that is it, that is it. And then, like, one of my sisters got jealous and said, like, yeah, why don't we get presents and stuff? Yeah, but then you have to do this and you have to believe in that.
Oh yeah.
And then I asked about it, and they just told us the story because they're impartial. Yeah, if you want to believe that, that's fine. And then it's told the story of God and Jesus and I don't know what. And I was just looking at them with an incredulous face. So, are you telling? And I was like 5 or 6. And are you telling there's like a guy in the sky somewhere who just creates all this stuff? And I just couldn't believe it. I'm too rational for that.
Yeah, my mom believes in that kind of. She's not
Yeah,
like.
it's fine if you. I mean, I can imagine why. It's not like I'm against it. I'm not that kind of atheist. But for myself, I could never believe in that.
Yeah, but I always found it interesting when people did, you know, just like
Yeah,
blindly believe in that shit. So I was asking my mom.
My grandmother they both blindly believe in it.
Yeah, my mom's like that, but I said to her, like, why? What is it? Like, what is actually at the center of it? Like, what is the main reason that you believe in God? And she was like, well, what's the alternative? And I'm like, really? That's your reason? Like, because you don't want to think that it might be just a load of fucking chaos? You want to believe? You know, it comforts her to believe that there's a guy up there and he's orchestrating everything, you know, and he's got everything happens for a reason, you know? I suppose it's kind of reassuring. And after you die, you go to fucking party land? Yeah, fucking right. Sign me up.
The thing for me is then, but that's again my rational side. They're like, yeah, God decided that for, but then I think, what a horrible shit ass person did this. When he lets people die of diseases and good people,
There's an
and
incident in
he
turn
lets
10.
bad
You think it
people
might be?
get away
Double
with
check.
murder because it also happens, and then that
Okay,
just
Matt,
doesn't
just
add
cut the
up for
track.
me. They're saying, no, that's the devil's work. I'm like, yeah, come on. I just, yeah.
Oh, here's another one, right? So there was like a
The
fucking
gap to Martinez.
tornado?
It's increasing. It's now 4.4
or like
seconds.
a bunch of tornadoes hit a U.S. like town and flattened it, right? I mean, absolutely fucking flattened it. And this news crew are like, you know, going around all these like piles of
The car
rubble
in front has just done
and
a
talking to the
55,
homeowners, and they're all like obviously really upset and stuff. And this woman's like, "Oh my God, you know, I've lost everything. You know, how can the devil do this? The devil's, you know, this is the devil's work." And she's like, even my dog, like it took my dog, and then her dog fucking starts barking and shit, and she's like, "Oh my God, my dog's alive!" And he's like underneath the rubble, and like she gets the dog rescued, and then she starts praising Jesus. She's like, yeah, she's like, "Oh, thank God, thank you, God." And you're like, so God like fucked everything in your life. He basically almost killed your dog, but definitely killed your house, and you're like thanking him. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
But the only thing I do get is like the sense of community.
Oh yeah, it's good, yeah. And like the
I
morals as well, like the morality kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's what I think the best practitioners are the ones that don't like necessarily believe the letter of like the Bible and stuff, but more like the spirit of it.
Yeah.
Those people I really respect because they go with the time. Like they're also like they're not against gay people just because 2000 years ago somebody decided it was wrong.
Yeah.
They're like, no,
That's a new
love
fastest lap
everybody.
for Evans,
They take it
154.57.
with the spirit of time, and then I don't think it's necessarily, it's not a bad thing. But there's usually always, some people are so extreme in it, and that's, I don't like that
The
part.
gap to Martinez ahead is increasing. It's now 5.7. That lap was at 156.21. Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.48
Yeah.
off the pace.
Yeah.
You've been finishing P8 a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's my new P10.
It's your new, it's the new, we're moving up in the world. 2 places each season, that takes you 5 seasons and you're a champion.
Yeah, it's coming. What age will it be then? Like fucking 50 or?
Yeah, that's my plan as well. It's take a long time until like everybody retires or
Yeah. Because I think I have got better over the last few seasons, but the problem is everybody else has as well.
yeah, that's always the issue. I mean, even like in tier 2 I felt like pace wise I was getting better, but the others were getting better faster, so I just ended up going backwards. And at first I was really down about it, but then I realized, yeah, tier 1 has no assist, so basically I'm stuck with all the fastest guys who do use assist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's not that weird I'm running near the back. I still picked up a lot of points.
Fastest lap for Evans, 154.18.
Like 44 or something. I mean, that's more than Williams.
Ben, you're in the wrong split, mate. You're in the alien hemisphere now.
Okay, Matt, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. Sector 2 is
I don't know what the
0.8
fuck that
off the
means.
pace.
Is that the fastest lap of the race, or is this purple?
Oh, this is my fastest lap of this race. The fastest lap is a 54. That's
Oh, you mean you can't do a 54?
Nice slide into turn 1.
I seen your stream.
Not after the slide into turn 1 here comes.
Ow.
Ben,
Gap to Martinez. Ahead is
classy.
increasing. It's
You're
now
leading the race and you're
7.8 seconds.
plugging your stream. Nice.
Well,
This guy Ben, there's a guy Ben Evans. He's leading this race and he's a streamer.
Nice. You should look back. I'm a streamer as well.
No, he's actually got people watching his stream now.
Yeah, but you have to bluff a little.
Oh
I've
yeah,
got
yeah.
an audience. I've got people from the Netherlands and Finland following me.
Alright, Matt, the next car is Haynes.
Make it sound like a lot. Yeah, it's a real international following. You even have to
Thursday onwards next week, we grind chief. So,
Yep, boy. I've got the week off, so bring it.
yeah, you can grind already the first 2 days, but I will. Well, I can drive probably on Tuesday evening, but not so much on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it as well, no matter how tired I am. I do hope I have a new rim though, and the load cell.
Oh, load cell's good, man.
Yeah, it's just shitty that Fnatic has like no communication at the moment. I think they're just too busy. Did you see that, who was it, Netlook, I think?
Hmm.
He ordered
the Fanatic kit with the new.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw
wheel.
that club.
Like he's going from nothing to like one of the more expensive sim racing.
Man, he said he wasn't gonna buy F1 2020, and now he's like fully kitted.
Yeah. But I've no doubt
I did actually mention that it's probably just old talk from his side.
Yeah, I knew it. It usually is, isn't it?
The gap to Haynes ahead
he's
is
already
increasing. It's
so
now
fucking
8.1.
fast.
Yeah.
If he gets used to the wheel, rip. I mean, he was doing almost on some circuits. He was doing esports space in time trials.
Yeah, he's fucking fast. Like. I think he just in the race. Sometimes he throws it away.
Yeah, he's more of a hot lapper than that. But he made a lot of mistakes, I remember.
Yeah, like USA, didn't he hit the back of Absent thing? In the S's?
Yeah.
That's your quickest lap in this session.
I think he's one of those guys who always tries to go as fast as possible, even in the race.
Yeah.
There's an incident in turn 2.
It just doesn't work.
You need to push if we're going to hold this position.
I think
Unless you're like, did you read about Project Cars 3, by the way? This developer guy, or one of the main guys, actually said, yeah, we changed it so there's no fuel uses and tire degradation, and that led to closer racing, and it's just a much better experience. I'm like, what? How to scare off like every guy who wants like a realistic driving experience? Just
yeah, who the fuck was asking for that shit?
More arcadey as ever.
Yeah, that's.
It's just gonna be the next arcade game instead of.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not actually glad that the guys from Automobilista bought the same engine as Project Cars and actually using it to make a sim instead of that shit. I was reading that, I'm like, what?
We think P2's binned it in Lyondike.
Yeah, of course it's closer
There's
racing.
an incident
You never
in
have to
turn
do
10.
a pit
Looks
stop
like
and
it's
just
Phillips.
drive fast every lap. So there's also like no overheating of the tires and no cold tires either. It's just optimum temperature every time.
Spotted it there and I did. Good racing before that.
P7. Good lap. That's your quickest today. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Oh! No! Don't hit the wall.
Keep it
Oh
within
my
the track
word.
limits.
Oh, it's so fucking close.
Oh, holy shit. We're seeing it now.
Jesus, that was so close.
Was close.
Just
Oh yeah, here.
pushing too hard. Bring her home, lads.
The gap to Haynes ahead is increasing. It's now 11 seconds.
Yeah, this was the quote. Chris Pope, lead designer. As in the real world, drivers drive and mechanics and a team worry about the minute details, and that's what we want to aim for at Project Cars 3. In the end, it doesn't matter what series it is, an amateur weekend or track day or the top echelon of motorsport, where 300 engineers with science degrees are pouring over reams of data. Drivers are here to drive, and that's really what we wanted to highlight with this new game. We wanted to bring a renewed focus on the driver and racing. So now you don't need to spend hours in a practice session working out the tire life of a set of tires for one car and one condition, and you don't need to do the math on how many liters of fuel you need to finish the race, and you won't be punished for picking the wrong strategy and so on.
Jesus.
So they basically stripped all simulation features from the game.
Are they gonna have that rubber band thing where it's like if you fall behind someone that like the game slows them down?
That you speed it up. I don't know. That's
That would be the worst.
2 laps remaining.
Arcade.
Like I love Mario Kart, but that really pissed me off though. Was like, you know, the guy behind you would always be faster than you, and you would slow down, or you get fucking blue shelled.
But yeah, it better be Alfa Romeo for me.
I don't even care as long as I don't really care.
Actually, I don't care as long as it's Alfa Romeo.
You know my terms. You know the terms of the contract.
Racing points, then I would have.
You know my terms. Alfa Romeo, Chief's teammate, and that's it.
Yep, let's go. You know Danny's a tier 1 manager though, so we need to like be nice to him. No, I think it's gonna be like if you had a team last season and you weren't a dick, you get to keep him pretty much. I think.
I think I have like 10 penalty points though, or even 15 maybe. So yeah. Where do I check them?
Stop attacking me, Jesus. What's wrong with you?
I had 10 penalty points from the collision with Tipsy Bob in
I remember.
Singapore.
One more to go.
Even,
That was a 157.33.
even trying to overtake him, I was trying to overtake that Vance and I misjudged my braking and hitting. A little bit like that guy in one race with Chief.
The gap to Haynes in front is now 12 seconds.
I don't really matter which car, but if I'm in a racing point, that would be funny because then I would have been in a racing point in all leagues I've been in.
Really? Do you not have a preferred car? No.
Not particularly. Drive and no. I mean, it's all equal anyway, and I don't. I mean, I kind of dislike
2 litres left.
2019 Williams because of the way the steering wheel is.
Yeah, I hate that.
Or there's a cockpit view.
Yeah, I always like take off the steering animation when I'm in a Williams.
Yeah. Other than that, not really. I mean, the Toro Rosso is kind of cool. And if we talk 2020, I kind of like the design of the AlphaTauri, so the old Toro Rosso team. I think it's just a cool car.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna notice that if I'm driving it. So.
No, he's right. I'm gonna have a look at it now. I said I think it's my fault. We'll have a look.
P7, that's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
P7, he says bad luck, mate. Nice, nice.
I wonder if they're also in time for changing the liveries of the new Williams and the new Merc with the game.
Yeah, they must have that shit, yeah. Bound
I mean,
to.
it probably isn't too much work though. It's just the skin of the car, the model is already there.
GG, Ben.
Thank you, mate.
P7. Hey, that's not P8.
Yeah, I know. Moving up in the world, man. It's happening before your very eyes.
Yeah. If you keep going all night, you might be P1.
P1, P1.
There's the slow-mo again.
Yeah. Get some tunes on. Chill.
Do, 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 do.
Get the recorder right, boy.
Or maybe the flute version. Have you ever heard the flute version of that?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Isn't it a recorder, no? Or is there is there...
Here it comes.
Oh yeah, that's recorder, yeah. Oh man, I remember in school, like, you used to play that shit, and there'd be like the whole class trying to play this song badly, and it was like the worst noise ever. Like 20 of those fuckers.
Oh, I had this issue with a music teacher. I could actually, back then, basically play music pretty well. I also played the piano back then. But then we also had those flute recorder thingies. And also like the... What is it called again? Damn it. I'm so bad with names. The xylophone?
What is it called?
Xylophone? I don't know.
Oh yeah, the wee
Yeah.
bar thing, yeah.
Yeah. We also had that, but we had a music teacher who was always giving girls higher grades for no reason at all, because I had pretty good hearing, so I could actually hear when somebody played a false note or out of rhythm, etc. So then I had to play this piece together with a girl, and she was like playing the wrong notes, playing out of rhythm, playing it way too softly. I mean, basically all sound came from me. And then he gave a higher grade to her, and I immediately protested. I'm like, "Are you deaf?" Then I had to exit the class, and then I protested again. Then I demanded to play again, and actually show him, and I demanded the girl to play again. And he first didn't agree to it, but I kept like making noise at the, what's it called, the coordinator or something. And then he agreed, and then the music teacher had to change the grades because he couldn't deny it any longer. So yeah, that's my experience with
Music?
Yeah. And then a year later I quit playing music altogether. I was tired of it.
Well, when I was in primary school, like the sixth year, the music people came around to every class and said, look, is anyone interested in playing, starting a music group? Basically all you have to do is like pick an instrument and try and make it a sound, and if you can make a sound, then basically we'll take you on. So I picked up the flute, and you have to like do that weird thing with your fucking lip and shit. You look retarded.
Yeah.
And I finally got a note out of it, and they're like, right, you're in. So they basically gave me a flute and said, right, they give me lessons every week, and then at the end of the year there was like a big performance, and they wanted me and this violinist to like play a duet, and I was terrible at this flute. I hardly ever practiced it. Whenever the night came, like I never practiced for the fucking show or anything. So whenever it started, I just knew the first two notes, and then I mimed. But the thing is, there was only me and this violin, so like surely everybody fucking knew. But like at the end, everybody was clapping and all, and I was like, cool. I somehow got away with it. I don't know if
they're clapping for the first few notes.
Yeah, they're like, those first two notes were epic.
Okay, you nailed those first two notes.
Yeah, they were perfect. You didn't need to play anymore after that shit, man.
Oh man. Yeah, I also played the violin, by the way, but that was only a really short time.
Oh, that'd be hard, but I tried playing that, man. It's really difficult.
Yeah, but I was really young, so back then, yeah. But I also, at some point, I didn't really practice anymore. So they asked me, like my parents asked, but do you really enjoy it then anymore? I said no, and then they just left it, luckily. You also have these parents just like force people to, the kids to play something. That would be horrible.
For some reason, my class never had to play anything. I remember my sisters had to play the flute, and it was fucking infuriating to listen to it.
Did you also not have
they had to play this horrendous fucking tune, like, and then I mean, me and my dad had to fucking walk out of the house a couple of times because we just couldn't listen to it. We were like, oh my god! But somehow I avoided that. My class never had to do that. I don't know why, because pretty much everybody else did.
But also not in high school, because we had music, at least we had to take it at least for 2 or 3 years, and then
I remember music in high school. I'm a horrendous singer. but it was like Christmas or something, and me and a friend of mine did like a duet or whatever for the teacher, and we probably sung like really fucking bad, and she was like, well, it was a little out of tune, but it's Christmas, so I'll give you guys a passing grade.
Alright. Yeah, singing was also not my...
Oh no.
36 hours a day.
I have no voice for that.
I'm pretty good with rhythm and stuff like that, but
yeah, same, but
not singing, no, god no.
I was really bad at, we also had like a cultural thing, or like a creative, something like creative class, I don't know. Where you have to like make stuff and draw and paint, but I'm horrible at everything practical.
Yeah.
So
I'm really extremely bad at any sort of artistic stuff. All of that talent has gone to my sisters, like every single bit in our family.
Yeah, same. But I think that makes sense since you have a similar job as me. So you're probably better with logic and numbers and stuff.
Better definitely, but like artistic stuff, no. God,
No.
I can like barely draw a fucking
Like the teacher, like we had to make this drawing with a horizon and like a sun going down. But I botched up the sun going down, so I had like this building, I wrote in front of it, this horizon, but the sun failed. So I said, shit, I have to do. So I made like a bomb of it, like an explosion, and then I drew like a NATO bomb on it.
Holy shit.
Because the assignment was like make a horizon, and then it was really bad, and then I got like a barely a passing grade from like for it, and then
I
asked the teacher like, how did you make this a passing grade? Like even I thought it was like horrible. She said, yeah, but you cannot have another failure, or you cannot pass like the whole year. And I didn't want to make you fail at something you're not gonna continue with anyway.
I think I actually got like.
And I said, so are you just saying I have to end my painting career? And then she just laughed. It was so bad.
I mean, I actually got a. It's fucking ridiculous that I got like a good grade for arts in high school, but I think it was mostly because the arts teacher was just completely insane. She
thought it was probably something nice abstract, like actually.
Yeah, I mean, she was like, this has some Japanese vibes, this painting I did, and I was like, what the
and you
fuck?
were like, what?
Like,
I couldn't even draw a
no,
line.
it barely looks like what it was supposed to look like, and I'm like,
She just was thinking you were doing like a Picasso, but you were actually trying to paint something.
yeah. So I actually, but yeah, music, I think I got it.
The leader has just done a
terrible grade.
155.41.
Like I got music theory, yeah, okay. That
I
was
think
okay,
if
but then like the actual practical stuff where you had to sing, or oh my god.
I think I have to actually think if my painting was given to someone strange, they would have think I am a kid with mental issues or something, because who draws a fucking
a horizon assignment who draws a building with an explosion and a bomb behind it. Like, why would you do that? This was around the time of 9/11.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It basically,
The
it
bomb.
basically thought I was a terrorist or something. Oh man. Crazy. Yeah, there's so many stupid shit when I was in high school.
Be right back, be right back.
I remember, like, not in high school, but in university, we used to play like fucking cards during some of the lessons, and then we got thrown out once. Very fucking wise, isn't it? But
Oh no, then I actually started behaving.
I mean, we behaved for the most part, and we always did like the assignments in university and stuff. And, but sometimes we did some really questionable things. But in like high school and upper elementary, I was really nice. I was really nice. I was a really nice boy, yeah. I
was nice, but I mean...
I never missed anything or did stupid stuff. I mean, sometimes, yeah, maybe just talk with a friend of mine during a class or whatever, but that's about it. But then in university is the only time I've actually, like, I dropped out of a course and redid it next year because I just didn't get along with that teacher, and it's the first time ever that's happened to me, like ever, and not since then, but it's probably the only person in the world that I can't get along with.
We had a teacher in that was like from a bachelor study who I couldn't get along with, or not really me, but he was like really condescending and shit.
Yeah, exactly. That was my problem because I was like taking that course seriously, and then he did some stupid offhand remark where he like said, he did something really condescending about me or whatever, and I was like, okay, that's it. I just picked myself up and walked out of the class. And
he was like, how do you say it? He had an assignment for homework, and then he would ask questions, but he would ask them in a way like it was always a trick question, and when you got it wrong, like he made it something humiliating for like the entire class, no matter who you were. Like he did that to everyone, so it was not like it was just one person.
And but I think it was very similar to mine because it was some physics assignment that I wasn't able to. I was unable to do one of the assignments that we had. I just couldn't solve it.
Yeah, I actually
and then he ridiculed it in front of the class pretty much, and I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna fucking walk out of here. I don't have to look at this. I'm here out of my free will.
I know. I had something similar, but then one time he picked me, but I actually worked pretty seriously on it, and I made like a really small mistake, and he did the same thing to me which he did to the others. I'm like mistakes are to learn from, and you cannot
exactly. That's
do
my
anything
point. Like,
perfect.
it's cool.
And same, this is not the way how you give constructive criticism to a student.
Yeah.
And then he was like shocked because I think nobody actually ever talked back to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he said, "Are you telling me how to teach? I teach for so many years." Yeah, it's like, yeah, then you're doing it wrong for so many years. I'm done with this, and I just walked out.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And
I did exactly the same thing, and then I of course got a failing grade for that course because I never went back in, and then next year I knew there was another teacher, and I just went in again and got a decent grade again. So.
Oh, this was the brilliant part for me. I actually did pass it because I didn't take any lesson from him like in the remaining period.
Yeah.
Then we had the test, and I studied everything from the book, and like the entire class, bar 3 persons, passed, and I had the highest grade.
Yeah, but
then I went back
used to be able to do that in Finland, like not take part in any of the classes and just take the final test, but you can't do it anymore. You have to take a part in a certain amount of the classes.
Yeah, we are able to do that only on some of the. You have like different grades of higher education, and only on the lower grades they have this participation rule, because otherwise nobody would shoot up. And on the higher levels, but this is not discrimination or anything, but people on higher levels are just more serious and they go to school anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that
It
guy.
used to be like that in Finland, and then it was also possible to like stay on the enrolled in the school for like fucking 15 years and not graduate, but they've kind of changed it nowadays. So actually, when I started university, it was a new thing that you had to take part a certain amount of the hours, the lessons.
But that teacher, man, I still remember him. I went back to him after that and said, yeah, like I passed without you teaching me, so, and most of the class failed, so what were you saying about don't know how to teach? And then he was just angry, but I never had lessons from him again, luckily.
Yeah, and it's because I always consider myself like a guy who gets along with almost anybody.
Yeah, me too.
But then that one guy just...
Something I cannot... I get really angry when... I don't get angry, but I get really angry when...
pissed off when somebody is very condescending, because that's not... If you're in a school or in a working environment,
yeah,
it's not gonna help anybody, that fucking attitude.
I always have
to
the thing like everybody is human and can make mistakes.
Yeah.
You just have to tell them so they learn from it.
School should promote that kind of thinking.
But I do
not like encourage fucking bullying people for their mistakes.
But I do have a temper when there's like injustice, and it doesn't have to be necessarily injustice, but when I feel it's injustice, and then I used to get really mad. Now, not so much. I mean, I'm much older now. But when I was young, I couldn't stand it, and I could get really mad. That was my only. Yeah, that was my only.
I still am so that if I feel like if I see something wrong, I point it out. But I also told my boss, like in our face-to-face conversation, that when I stop doing that, then I think I should, I don't know, rethink my work ethics.
I mean, I still get mad, but now I keep it like more internal.
Yeah.
Except when I'm on stream and I'm just cursing everywhere, but
yeah, it's a little different.
That's different, yeah. But like two persons, I usually stay polite, and like if you asked me 20 years ago, I would probably flip out if something happened which I didn't agree with.
Yeah, it's kind of sometimes it's a bit tricky at work as well when because I always tend to say if I really think that something is wrong, I speak
Pit
out.
lane speed limit is 60
most
kilometers
of the
per
time
hour.
you end up with more work
There's
on
a
your
car
table.
approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line.
At least my old boss used to be like, when I started working where I do now, my old boss was always like, okay, well this is your project now, do something about it.
Alright, yeah, when you know that something is going wrong, and then yeah,
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty.
I mean, I usually say like
took you up on that, but I think it was also kind of a good way to, because if he didn't like just whining about things. If you whine about it, you should do something about it, and that was his sort of.
9 out of 10 times I say like, okay, I really have to change this process because this doesn't work for me, or like I have to change this because it's not efficient, etc. Yeah. But there's also stuff that is really not my responsibility.
Yeah, sure.
I see people doing it not correct, and then I point it out, and then I like, oh, can you maybe build something for us so we can do it more easy? I'm like, no, fuck off. That's your problem. And then I have difficult. Then I usually go to my manager like, yeah, this guy, this and this happened, and then usually they end up having to do it themselves. But
yeah,
sometimes I'm too nice and still do it for them. But then the issue is they don't
I definitely used to do that a lot when I started working.
Yeah, me too. Like 3 years ago, I would do every request, and if I saw something which went wrong, which they should correct themselves.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that they actually do it and stuff.
And then I made all the fixes and stuff, and I'm like, well, why am I doing everything now?
Yeah, I definitely
used to do that. It got so bad at the beginning it got so bad at the beginning that I couldn't finish the work which I had to finish, which had like more priority because I was doing all in between stuff. And then my boss said, okay, we're gonna make a plan with you. You have to do this. You have to just not look at that. That's not important. That can wait. I'm like, oh yeah, because everybody will always claim it's important, but it's really not.
Yeah, that's probably like the most important thing that you have to learn at work, like separate the bullshit from the actual stuff.
The leader's just done a 155.23.
And now they're usually it changed so radically that now they're saying, yeah, you always say no. I'm like, yeah, of course I say no.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah, you know, this old boss that I was talking about, he's no longer my
Sector
direct,
1 is 1.3 seconds
boss,
off the pace.
He asked me something and I like, without thinking, I said I sounded very negative or something, and he was like, are you gonna say no again? I was like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll have to
well,
rethink my attitude again.
Yeah.
It's like one of those guys. I kind of really think very fondly of him because he sort of let me work quite independently as well, but then on the other hand he was also like, he challenged your, like, if you had something that I went and presented to him that, okay, we have to do this, this and that, and then he's like, he was always sort of a little bit argumentative about that, just to check that you've actually thought about it, thought it through.
Everything through. Yeah, that's the same with my old boss, but
sometimes it's very annoying as well, and I know that some people like got annoyed by him because of that, because he always liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's like very obvious, but it's just his way of like checking that.
Yeah, my old boss.
Are you serious about this?
Well, not like that, but he also thought things through and was usually the one asking the questions, and but with our company it was different. They just wanted him in every meeting because he was the only guy asking those questions.
Yeah.
And now because of the whole reorganizing
there are so few of those people, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are just like,
going along. Yeah, exactly. So now he's gone, and like there's too little critical people. So, but I learned a lot from him. So now when I'm being put in, I hate meetings, I have to say. But when I'm I'm trying to ask like, but have you thought about this? And
I don't
like that. But I'm not as good at that as him.
I don't mind. I don't mind meetings per se, as long as you actually sort of
do something.
You know, end up with something. If there is a result, and you sort of make some kind of actions after that. But if I've noticed that the German guys sometimes are a bit like you just have a meeting just for the sake of having a meeting or scheduling the next meeting.
We have a visit to German colleagues next week, Wednesday. Yeah. And that's exactly the thing I'm fearing. Like, it's like a big discussion about something.
Yeah, not all of them are, but I think it's very German that you sort of plan something to death. That's my way of calling it.
The guys I know, but the guys I have contact with, they're all pretty compliant actually. They're like working with you.
Some are, yeah.
But I know what you mean.
And then I think some German guys are quite sort of, they can't or won't do anything without
pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. All clear on pit exit. You can push now.
The funny thing is we also
have 2 laps. Let's get this done.
Close to us is Mercedes.
Oh crap! We've just had a stop-go penalty.
And a lot of our old co-workers went to Mercedes.
Yeah.
And they say, it's like really run differently, like
clear.
it's strict.
Don't cross the white line.
Hierarchy, it's hierarchy, like the boss is really the boss, and there's lots of if I talk with my boss, it's not like he is my superior, but it doesn't feel like he's on another level or something.
Yeah.
And they say with Mercedes it really feels like that, like old-fashioned German strict hierarchy.
Yeah, I guess sometimes I like my foreman. I guess that's the word. Like my foreman is actually German, like operational foreman anyway. I have local foreman as well in Finland, but he's in Germany. But there's my operational boss. We get along pretty well, I think. He's quite practical, and I'm quite practical, so yeah. But like my only gripe with sometimes working with those guys is they sort of, instead of actually like doing something, you plan. We have to make a plan about this. I'm like, why?
No.
We can fucking fix it. Or...
Yeah. Ocean back yet?
Yeah. I'm in there.
He's just chilling.
I'm in the zone listening to you guys.
Complaining about work, or not really complaining about work, talking about work. I don't really talk about work when I'm not at work.
Yeah, people do tend to say that, but I don't know. So, I think talking about it like this is a little... I don't think it's...
No. But sometimes you...
Yeah, sure, you're what I'm
You're
sort
like
of drop that. And I will definitely do that when my holiday starts, so...
Yeah, my holiday starts in 3 weeks from now.
Mine was supposed to start on Monday, but I think I will have to work on Tuesday once. My colleague comes back from his holidays on Tuesday, and I've done quite a lot of updates and fixes in the system, and I think I need to sort of brief him before I go on holidays, because he would call me anyway if I...
This is exactly the same. How are we so similar, actually? Because
I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to go on holiday if he's gonna call me anyway. Then I might as well. I talked to my boss, and he said it's fine if I come back one day later or whatever.
Yeah, we have like my coworker who's on paternity leave. He's like gone for 4 weeks, and now 2 weeks have almost passed. But when he's back, I mean, it wouldn't make sense for me to go on holiday because he's my backup. So I have to brief him, like, to say like what changed, and I just stay like 1 week when he's back and explain everything what happened and what's going on, and then I go on holiday, so I can leave it behind without him. With the same reason, like I'm the only one he can ask something, so if I'm gone briefing him, he's gonna call anyway, so. But that was easier before the whole reorganizing stuff, because then we had a team of 3 and it doesn't really matter.
Also easier for us because this Corona stuff has messed all our schedules up big time. So we're building cruise liners. It's not sort of an IT company, but it's a shipyard. But of course there's IT and everything nowadays. So
yeah.
It's fucking messy on the schedule and everything at the moment. But,
yeah, we had the same. Like everybody, now we know that like normally people take holidays like in May, June, July, August, September. It's all a bit spread. But now nobody took holiday in the first few months, and they're all starting to take holiday now. So it's really difficult to get the right people all the time, because then he's on holiday and he's on holiday, and we also work together with people from France and Germany, the sites there, because they have some tools we use from them. But then like I have to contact a certain person. No, he's on holiday for 3 weeks. I'm like, shit. Yeah, and then I have to talk to that guy. No, he's also on holiday. So yeah, you have to wait. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why? But we have no influence on the holidays of guys of other sites. So that's.
Yeah,
the leader's just done
the same
for
we
154.87.
have what they call a global, I guess international would be better, but a global IT.
Yeah, same.
So some of the knowledge is actually in Germany,
Yeah, we have exactly the same situation. That's like a really.
New fastest lap for Evans,
Some of the systems that we use, like
154.82.
the application experts are actually in Germany. So.
Yeah, that's exactly the same situation. So, for instance, then, it's a call center where I work at.
Yeah.
For instance, we have this application where they fill in forms that evaluate the people on the line. So if they're doing everything correctly.
Yeah.
But I cannot adjust those forms because they're in a system which France built. So every time they want to change, the client wants to change in the form, it goes to our floor where the team leaders are. They have to then ask me, and I have to then ask France.
Yeah.
Then it goes back, and I just know one guy. And when that guy is on holiday, I have no idea who to turn to. So then I turn to the entire team. And the guy is on holiday. Oh my god.
Very, very, very familiar.
And there's like multiple things like that where we use because for us it's then, we are a small site because we're just the Netherlands, and that's like small. So we use a lot of tools from France and Germany because they're big. But then you always have to remember, like, oh yeah, this application is run by Germany. We even have like things which go via Germany to France and then to us. This is like
yeah, we also have actually something like that I criticized it very much because I don't understand why we can't do a local installation of
that's the same
of the software. So we have data fucking flowing all over Europe and then coming back to the shop floor here in Finland, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, the weirdest thing is one client, they have a part of their team sits in Germany and the Dutch speaking, they sit with us, of course. But then the telephone line is set up with a system. Yeah, we use a telephony system from France, so it goes to France. But the actual line is managed by Germany, so then it gets routed to Germany. So, and it's also a digital line and not analog. And the quality from digital lines is always worse for some reason. That's the whole technology shit. But because it's now routed 2 times, the customers actually often don't hear our agents, and the agents don't hear the customers. And then what the team needs to do is they go to us because we're local IT, but our service desk people have no clue about routing and shit, so they go to me.
13
I can't do
laps. The track
anything
temp is
technically
18 Celsius.
Goes to France.
Okay, Matt, nice and neat. Stay out of trouble.
The France desk number, check
Floor it,
if
green,
the
green,
local line is okay. If that is okay, then there's nothing we can technically do. So then I have to contact France. And they can't do anything if the line is okay, so they contact
on
Germany.
Endless loop.
Be on the left.
An endless loop of 5 guys. And then Germany finally comes with an answer. They say, yeah, it's something in the writing, you have to check locally. I'm like, no, because line with France works.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a... And this is like an issue which then can go on for 2 months, and then they fix it, and then like a week later the issue is back. That's like stuff which works with so I'm not really a big fan of the whole global IT and working together.
I mean something sure, but
some things is fine, but for the other teams it's just needless.
I mean, generally I think you need like local delivery managers, for example, otherwise it's just...
Exactly.
Because we,
Incident
for example, we have this
looks like light.
I mean, can you imagine like...
they wanted to have a global delivery manager, but how can such a guy sort of... They don't know the first thing about our production, for example, and they can't be expected to know either.
And the same thing on the BI thing, like they want to have like a global dashboard for some clients we have on all
everybody is different.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's like, yeah, we all have that client, but the client.
There's an incident in turn 10.
But the contracts they have with one country is not the same contract they have with another country.
Yeah.
So what's
Incident in
reporting on
chicane.
is also
You think it might be
different based
lighter?
on like, so we cannot build that global dashboard because the numbers don't mean the same, and then you have to explain that to higher management, and they're like clueless. They don't have.
Yeah, they just want the same numbers or
Yeah,
the same.
and like, but you cannot compare those numbers because it just makes one side look really bad, another really good, but that's not actually the case. It's like, imagine like, if like a Formula 1 team had that, that would be crazy.
I'm sure there's been some cases like that.
V16.
Like, yeah, we cannot build a new rear wing because the parts come from a different country and that guy is on holiday. Yeah, that's like... So...
But I think some team had something a little bit like that they couldn't
Williams
get a
There's
spare
an
part
incident
for
in
something.
turn 2.
Williams
Looks
had
like it's lightning.
Yeah, I think,
Williams had that.
yeah, that they couldn't get a spare part for something because
Because the
Another subcontractor
There's an
was
incident
some,
in
I don't know.
Holtz. It looks like lightning.
It's a stupid thing.
Yeah, it's
And that's just the kind of stuff which you don't learn in a school.
yeah, exactly. It's well, like generally I
think I picked up like 90% of what I learned from work and not... Yeah.
exactly like me, same for me. I would say that like a very large part of my uni stuff, like all the fucking 15
Incident
mathematics
in
courses
turn
or
10.
whatever
Yellow
you
flag.
do,
Keep your wits about you, mate.
are completely useless for real life. Like,
Yeah, I know no use for it whatsoever.
it's never gonna do anything with that.
No.
Come on, bro.
On your right. Clear on the right.
Really, you got really wanna fucking.
There's an incident in turn 12. Yellow flag. Watch out.
Just stop it. Hold it.
This is the most eventful race you have.
I was like P5 and then death.
Yeah, I saw. Does the car feel okay still?
There's an incident
Yeah,
in
actually doesn't
tires
feel too
unlocked.
bad, yeah.
Alright, Matt. Keep it nice and smooth. Come on.
Did you see
Race come
the
to us.
first
V12.
lap?
Sector 3 is 1.9
Yeah.
off
The
the
guy,
pace.
he went across the track and I just clipped my back wheel.
It's the second time that happened. I like in one of the earlier races, the almost the same.
Incident in Hugenholtz.
You have to be lucky with the net code to survive that, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Although,
of carnage, man. Holy.
yeah, there's a lot of accidents happening.
Maybe these guys is getting tired. Yeah, it is getting late. Probably go to bed soon.
Yeah, I guess it's my last race.
Whoa. I'm so glad when this week is done. Just chill. And then Sunday I have a league race. It's Brazil, so then it's nice. And then I'm gonna uninstall F1 2019.
Yeah, boy.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do until Tuesday.
You can play Championship Manager 2001, 2002.
I'm probably just gonna play like Exile and World of Warcraft.
The leader has just done a 155.08. You're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 1.0.
Why do we
Evans
always
is
get
now
away
in the
from
lead.
like my time to sleep? Like, oh.
P11. That lap time was 156.58.
He's called Max as well, but he's not in a Red Bull. Hey Max. who's racing there. Oh, he's trying to take you out. Cat is trying to take you out here.
The cat is, yeah.
Yeah, he's hitting on my screen. Hey, that guy has the livery of Benetton in front of you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mald 7. Barmido.
And Pete Burgers,
Right
that's
side.
95 livery.
Keep your line. The right side's clear.
Those cars are also in there. Oh, I'm really looking forward
Come on,
to
Matt.
that.
Nicely done.
From 2020 to race the Benettons from Schumacher.
I think somebody said they're actually quite difficult to drive.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
new
of course
fastest
they
lap
did
for
the
Evans,
Jacob.
Kind of the same as that
154.74.
97 Williams we did in
Yeah,
SLR. It was quite difficult to handle it.
yeah. I mean they had much less, not assist, but yeah.
Yeah, less downforce than those cars.
Yeah. Although I do remember, like
P10.
especially the Benetton 94 in the beginning of the season probably had some illegal assists, but they struck a deal with FIA.
Didn't they still, like back in those days, it was allowed to use like active suspension and traction control
Yeah.
and shit?
No, but that season a lot of
Was
the
it
stuff
94
wasn't.
when they were banned again? I don't remember.
Yeah, 94 they were banned again, and but they still had some sort of system which allowed traction control.
Yeah.
But the FIA didn't have the technology to pick it up. But then they were tipped off by Williams, I think. And
Yeah.
then they made a deal with Benetton, and then suddenly Williams was a lot closer. So I think
Yeah, it's kind of the same as 98, like the 98 McLaren, the first few races they were just winning by one
Yeah,
lap
that was
each race,
crazy.
and then
with
and
hacking, yeah,
yeah, what they banned something in that car, I remember.
I know. And then
Then
suddenly,
Ferrari was suddenly like,
but only
there.
Schumacher though. I mean,
yeah, well, Irvine.
The gap to Greenland behind is now 10 seconds.
And Ferrari back in those days was purely built for Schumacher anyway.
yeah, but Ferrari in 94, 94 was so shit.
Yeah.
So they had to come from a long way. So it was, I think it had to take like a special driver to even take the 96 Ferrari anywhere. But
Yeah. Well, Schumacher always was very.
Car on your left.
I mean, he's probably one of the best guys at
He's still with
handling
you.
oversteer. So that's what they used
Clear
to do.
left.
Like, I read about this
Good pass.
guy who
yeah, and
engineered him, that they just tuned this car always so it was so fucking oversteery, but he could just somehow handle it, and then he was very fast.
P9.
Of course, because it's
Car right.
oversteer setup is
Keep
always
this
fast.
line.
You can just
Right side's clear.
You've just done a 156.58.
and it also had to do with that said more with the way he used his throttle input,
Yeah.
and then they compared it with I think it was Cool.
Use all the track, force him to find the gap.
You could see from the telemetry, and it was like, whoa, that's so different. Yeah. But it's also, they also said like Schumacher's pace came mostly from, I mean he was a talent of course, but from hard work. He wasn't like something like Senna. But
Yeah.
he was so good at understanding the car and working hard, which made him so good.
Yeah.
And Senna also had something really weird about him. I saw recently. He had a crazy, he also had a crazy throttle input.
Yeah, it's like stabby,
He would
stabby.
actually floor it, release
The car
it,
in front of
floor
us
it,
is now
release it,
Phillips.
floor it, release it, and then so quickly that the wheels wouldn't spin, or you know. So
Yeah.
really kind of like a keyboard technique with pedals, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It was bizarre, but it actually worked really well with the cars.
The leader has just done a
Something that was really
154.04.
bizarre was Alonso and Renault in 2000 and
Yeah, I've also seen that.
well 2003 to 2006 pretty much.
Yep. I have also seen that one.
He used to do that like extreme understeer setups, and then he just like overturn the fucking front wheel so that they actually lose grip, and then you turn it
Focus on the
just back
exits.
so
We
that
can go faster here. P8.
spikes again. And somehow I've never quite understood how the hell did they make the tires last back in those days, but I guess they were quite a bit more durable as well.
But yeah, the same with Senna's technique, because they said he did that from his karting days, because first they argued like maybe it's because to prevent the turbo lag, etc.
Yeah.
But then later was no, but he did it in his karting days as well, and he was just so good, so used to doing that even with one cars where it wouldn't be advised to do that, it worked for him, and it made him really fast. It made him actually build up speed faster than people who gradually increase throttle, which you would do normally.
Yeah.
That's I mean, all these special drivers had really special techniques as well.
Yeah, sure. And the cars were very, very different back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, they also argue like, would the technique work today? Yeah, probably not, because blah 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 blah. But yeah.
And also Raikkonen was is like one of those guys who likes an extremely oversteery car, but
Yep.
and he's ever since those days he's not really been up there anymore. Like only on some tracks maybe.
Like Vettel needs like a really stable rear, because he likes to.
And Gimme wants a front, and he doesn't really care about the rear, because I think he said in some interview like it's a very Finnish thing as well. Like, I mean, I just want a front. I want to point the front where he goes. The rear will follow.
But then there's also some guys I think who can drive nearly. Well, all those guys can drive nearly everything of that level. But I mean, who are really adaptable. I think Hamilton can drive at pretty much any.
Okay, Matt, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. We're at the halfway point. Should be about 7 laps of fuel left. Your lap time was at 155.69. That's your best lap in this session.
It's nerves.
Yeah, and from what I've seen from the virtual racing, I think Leclerc and Russell are also really good with really different cars, because they barely practiced the game and they were fast. Only when Leclerc stopped practicing he wasn't fast, but in the beginning he won everything, and then later when Russell came in he won everything.
Yeah.
So that shows they're really.
Come on, don't make it easy for him. Make him go the long way around. He's quicker than you into the chicane.
Yeah, sure.
I really hope we get to see Russell in a good car sooner or later.
Mercedes, yeah.
I kind of. What did you say, Chief?
Mercedes? Because it's Toto Wolff, isn't it his boy, you know?
Yeah.
What I would sort of like to see, I think it's probably not gonna happen, but like back in the V8 era, the field was so much closer. Like, I think people forget that. Like 2012, I think we had, was it like 6 different teams or something that won a race that season?
Yeah.
Something like that, and it's I don't know, and the field was generally a lot closer. Like now it's Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull, and those are the only ones that sort of ever have a chance in a normal race.
And then people say in those years, Red Bull won everything, but that's not even true.
Yeah, I think Vettel was never.
Your lap times are improving. This is good. There's an incident in turn 2. Looks like it's lightening.
He was maybe like 0.3, 0.4 faster per lap or something like that, but he wasn't 3 seconds faster per lap like Mercedes or some seasons. And he just won by basically not making any single mistakes ever.
Yep.
And sure, Red Bull was really good, of course,
but I hope it would be cool if there would be at least like a 4 team that would make the jump.
Yeah. Hopefully with the new regulations we would see some, I don't know, it's hard to say, but...
Because you've got so many good young drivers now, It would be cool if they had all had similar cars, like if you had Verstappen, Leclerc, Albon, Russell, Norris, and all those guys. If they all had like fast cars, and then maybe still Hamilton.
There's an incident in
Vettel
turn 10. You think it might be
still in
Leitinen?
Yeah, it's just
That could be so cool, but yeah, it's probably. I mean, Vettel, I don't know if he's even gonna race next year, and Hamilton isn't gonna last forever.
yeah.
But if you could at least have the young guys all in a competitive car, that would be, yeah. Really
I think that's probably not gonna happen completely at least, but I hope the field would become a bit closer than it is at the moment.
Yeah, maybe with the budget cap and the new regulations.
Yeah, I kinda always think that those big teams will always find those loopholes too.
Yeah, I would expect so as well.
The gap behind is now 0.6.
I mean, they've got them big.
That last lap was a 155.26.
Look, it's mainly a money thing, and if they really, I really hope they're
money
strict.
and resources, yeah.
I hope they're really
Sort of
strict
related.
with the money stuff. If they're strict with that, then there's hope.
Okay, Matt, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Yep.
I will see a bit tomorrow at least, but yeah, that's still free practice. But it's if they're even gonna drive, because if it's wet, I'm not sure what the teams will do.
Yeah, if it's not gonna be wet on Saturday and Sunday, I think. I don't know. Maybe somebody will wreck their car. Then they don't have spare parts or
P8.
That would be funny.
Oh, the guy behind me just died. Watching my rear if you're on the stream.
Oh yeah, yeah.
nice.
It's always nice how the car just
The gap to Phillips
goes to
ahead
level,
is
back
increasing.
on track,
It's
and then
now
immediately goes
3.3.
sideways.
Yeah, because he was catching me. He was putting me under some
Yeah.
pressure there.
Under
Yo.
pressure.
.0 ahead.
I was actually considering buying Fanatec this summer, but now that I think I really want to check what's gonna happen with my work and stuff.
Yeah.
My setup is fine for now anyway.
It also takes quite a while now, because I ordered that a month ago, and it's now available again, but I'm not sure when they're gonna ship my order.
Yeah.
Past the first time, but now I have no clue.
I think my problem isn't really my.
Just wait until the Corona thing's over, and then there'll be like loads of second-hand ones on eBay.
Yeah, they're gonna sell. Yeah.
Collecting dust in someone's spare room. Oh shit!
The thing is, you don't really get faster from another wheel, but
New fastest lap for Evans,
the
153.94.
and you can get faster over time with that. That makes sense.
Or at least, let's say more consistent.
153. Are you kidding me? Shit.
It definitely helped me get more consistent with these. But I think if I still have the TMX Pro in my basement, I I think if I put it back,
2 to go.
I wouldn't be much slower. I think I would be pretty much on pace. So in that sense, it doesn't make much difference. I think there's been several sim racers who made videos about that, like are you faster with a pro setup, and they usually are within tenths of their.
Okay, Matt, we've gone out of track limits. Keep them between the lines. Gap to Phillips. Ahead is now 2.1.
Yeah, he
Like
sold
he had Fanatec and then he went back to the same wheel that I use.
Yep. He even had a
So
podium. Podium Fanatec.
Yeah, exactly, and that's my my thinking that I don't think a Fanatec is really gonna do much for me.
Yeah, but a TSPC is already pretty.
It's pretty close to CSL Elite. Like very equal.
But I would expect like a podium. A podium setup would definitely.
I mean, it's just. I think it's just stronger and more precise force feedback. That's basically what it is.
But it's also like.
Well, for F1 game, there's no point.
Yeah,
there's
no point in that.
Good enough, but something like iRacing maybe.
The leader's just done a 153.69.
In long run, sim racers would prefer, but then they wouldn't even go Fanatec. They go with like maybe for the wheel, but for the pedals they go for like Feld or something else.
Yeah.
Or for the wheel, what it's called.
P3s look very nice for pedals, though. I mean, I've never tried them, but.
Yeah, I thought
have
about
T3PA Pros, which are okay.
Last lap.
Yeah, I've thought about that also, because now I have like the normal, the elite pedals from Fanatec, who are already pretty decent, and now I get the load cell with it. But before I finally bought the load cell, I was thinking of just upgrading to the V3s, but then I'm like, yeah. It's just, it's so. I mean, I can afford it. It's not like.
Yeah, but it's like throwing almost 400 euros for a pedal. It's quite a lot.
That's the thing. So I'm like.
I mean, these T3PA Pros were not even that expensive here in Finland. They were like 150 euros or something.
2 liters remaining.
I think they're very good for what they are. Like, and you can get like a load cell mod for them if you want as well.
Yeah. When I got the.
But I only have the.
That's why I got the TMX
slightly modified cone thing that it feels a little bit like a load cell, but it's actually not.
But that's why I got the TMX Pro when I started, because I knew from the pedals from the
gap to Phillips ahead is now 1.0 seconds.
Well, for me, so I'm like, might as well spend a bit more. But the T3PA, the pedals I really liked of the TMX Pro, but the wheel, it's not that I disliked it at the time, but when I compare it now with the Fanatec, the force feedback is so much better than. It's just.
I mean, I had G29 before Logitech.
Yeah.
Which actually has quite nice pedals. I mean, those pedals are really. I think for the money.
For the money, they're pretty.
200 euros that kit back in the day, and I think the pedals are really actually excellent for that money. They're not really much different from P3.
P8, that's it. We're done.
But like.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think G29 as an overall as a wheel as well, it wasn't that bad. But the only thing that I really sort of disliked it afterward, at least, is that the rattling thing that it keeps making, fucking rattling like hell when you drive down the straight.
Yeah.
And my dad actually still has that.
That same wheel.
Yeah, I gave it to him, so.
What's he play? ACC or something? Or AC?
Assetto Corsa.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bed. Anyways, nice watching the stream and filling it with talking.
I know.
Bothering Chief here.
Racing, work talk, Trump talk. I think we covered it all.
Yeah, we covered everything.
Me too.
Cats.
Black Lives Matter.
Cats,
the
dogs.
SLR worldview debate.
Tune in next time.
Tune in next time.
for more.
OCT channel.
Right, lad. Right, I'm gonna hop off now myself. I'll catch you tomorrow if you're about.
Yeah.
Probably.
Adios.
Probably gonna go out to the sea after work tomorrow.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah. Send some
Take
pictures.
a boat out for a bit.
Nice.
Take a dog out. Take a dog out. A dogger.
No, I think the dog is actually with my parents and seeing my cousins. They're gonna travel up there this weekend and the dog is going with them. But yeah, I would have probably taken him with us otherwise.
Right. Well, here, enjoy. Bon voyage. I'll catch you later, guys.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. And so ends the stream. What I got? I got P8 from P6. Goddamn alien ban. Yike. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow. I'll probably do a few more races and hopefully do a bit better this time. I mean, my lap times aren't too bad. Let's see. 155, 150. Yeah, that's pretty much where I want to be there. I don't want any of these 156s, so I need to get up to speed faster. That's what I need to work on, so that's something to watch out for incoming streams.